Hello there, welcome to our actual play of the Call of Cthulhu scenario, La Recette. Sit back and enjoy as we take you to 1920s Louisiana as three desperate lawmen will do anything to talk to one particular dead man. You are all driving down from Boston. It is 8 in the evening and you have finally seen signs for New Orleans. It is late August and the heat is tremendous as you reach the southern bayous of the city. Day's heat leaches off the scalding hot roads, heat haze adding to the unwelcome humidity and persistent drone of insects. The car is sweltering and unpleasant tang fills the air as the leaking engine oil mixes with the sweet rot of the corpse that's in your trunk, adding to the muggy atmosphere. So could everyone introduce their character in order? Let's start with Moses. Who are you and who you're playing?
I'm Moses, a FBI detective who's rather eccentric and investigates paranormal cases. A complete oddball, but he's good at investigating. He's a proper detective in his own way.
Excellent. And are you driving? Is this your car?
Probably yes. I would say so.
So what kind of car is this you're driving?
Probably your standard police outfitted vehicle. Not a lot of modifications besides, maybe.
Yeah.
Like an obscure paint job or something to try and make it look more inconspicuous.
Which makes it more conspicuous at the telling. Well, it's 1920,
Exactly.
so it's probably just going to be black with non-tinted windows, to be honest. So, yeah. And next to is the Diane Cole. Do you want to introduce your character, Thrush?
Yes. I'm the foil to Moses. I'm clean cut. I don't play any funny games. I don't believe in the paranormal. I'm not here on business. I'm here to help out Moses with his little problem.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm a doctor. I'm a forensic scientist.
Okay, so you're sitting in the side seat, watching the bugs splat off the window as Moses cruises into the bayous, and in the back seat is a mountain of a man. Isaac, would you like to introduce your character, please?
Hi there, I'm Isaac. I am a big old tower of a man, 7 foot 1 inch tall. The 1 inch is very important. I got muscles on muscles on muscles on muscles. I look into things. I solve problems. I can help you out here. I'm the kind of guy that gets stuff done. As long as there's some pizza involved, then I'm good.
Nice. Okay, so you're cruising into the bayous, and cypress trees are large and foreboding, and sort of shady, dark gloom within the sort of bayou itself. The road sitting high on a sort of causeway going in and out, sort of a winding road. As you get your bearings and try and find your way into the bayou. You've been given a list of procurements that you need to collect to give to a woman called Miss Delassixe, who is a self-proclaimed voodoo queen, and she has claimed that she can resurrect the dead man in your trunk. You are required to do this for your own personal reasons, and that was up to you to decide. But he has information that you sorely need, and this is a sort of last ditch attempt at getting that information before you're out of options and things will escalate. So, Moses, what are you doing as you're driving along?
I'm probably focusing on the road, but every once in a while I'll glance at Diane and Isaac to make sure they're not, too perturbed by the situation.
Constantly swatting flies out the way as you move along the road, looking for a first destination, which has been called the Bottle Tree. You're looking for a few items in the bayou itself. A spirit bottle or a zombie spirit bottle. You're not sure what it is really, but you're told that it can be gotten at the Bottle Tree. You're also looking for 3 large mandrake roots, which is a plant of ill repute, which also grows around in the bayou. They're the first items on your list anyway.
Okay, while looking out the window, I'll kind of say conversationally, do any of you guys know what mandrake roots look like?
Not particularly, no.
They're on the list. We need the mandrake roots after the zombie spirit bottle for this ritual.
I roll my eyes.
Can I make an occult roll to...
You can if you want, yeah.
Beautiful. Already getting my money's worth.
But apparently, don't the mandrake roots scream? Isn't that something to do with those? They scream?
That is true. Mandrake roots are meant to scream when you dig them up, and yeah, it's an old wife tale. Generally, though, they're just an ingredient used in certain rituals and sort of cleansing rites, depending on your religion or sort of outlook. But usually, they're seen as a poison.
Could I know? Could I know
Probably
more
not
if I did
much more than that.
pharmacy? Okay. I don't.
Yeah, you might know more. Pharmacy.
Sure, why not?
Yep, with your pharmacy, you will know that the effects of ingesting the mandrake root in some quantities include but aren't limited to delirium of the mind, madness, vomiting, diarrhea, hyperactivity, rapid heart rate, asphyxiation, and poisoning. You'll know that it will probably come up that if you ingest too much of it, it can cause unconsciousness and death.
I hope you know this is a waste of time, Moses.
I kind of look in the mirror and ignoring Diane, I respond to Isaac going, a common misconception, they don't scream, but it is a form of poison. Wouldn't you know?
Well, let me tell you something. I've heard some of those things scream, and they scream loud. So you just be careful what you know and what you don't know, okay?
Of course. Just in case, do we have any earmuffs or ear protection or something?
You do not. No.
Damn it.
You might have done it if you want to choose to have brought something. You would have had the list in forehand. The list is over here, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Judging by Moses, I don't think he would have prepared in hindsight. I don't think he would have brought earmuffs.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, Moses. You just stick your fingers in your ears, and I can deal with this. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Right, Isaac. But please call me Muddles. Everybody does. I kind of look back at the road.
Muddles, puddles, guzzles, buddles. What the hell's going on around here? I'm in a car with a dead body. Oh my god.
I hope you don't expect us to track through the swamp, Moses.
Everything's fine. We know we need this person. We just need to get the items on the list and everything will be fine. We just need to get to the battle tree and get the zombie spirit bottle, whatever that is.
Oh, God.
You can give me an occult roll for that as well if you wish.
Yes, please.
Okay. You all know that these bottles are usually like empty whiskey bottles are the most common thing used. They're usually painted and hung from trees to capture spirits, to keep them away from dwellings or buildings. However, you can use them for evil purposes as well by capturing someone's spirit through ill intentions as well.
Okay, getting the spirit bottle shouldn't be too hard. We just need to grab one of the bottles from the tree. Maybe investigate the area a bit. Potentially these bottles could be used for nefarious purposes. We should investigate, I think.
Could we not just get a bottle of whiskey and drink it, and then we've got one?
But then we have to wait to capture a spirit. No, these bottles already have spirits inhabited inside.
Oh.
I'm kind of like smiling at how absurd they sound right now, looking up and down this little note that I have of everything we need. And I say, and how do we tell if it's full?
You feel it. With your intuition. Not everything can be done with your brain, Diane. You need to reach out with your feelings.
Okay, the only feeling I've got is a grumbling tummy, but, can we just get to where we're going?
Of course. And I'll look back on the road and hit the accelerator a bit.
As you do, you hear the wailing of a siren behind you. Glancing into your mirrors through the sort of bug-splattered back window, you see the familiar sight of a revolving blue and red cop cruiser's lights.
Diane, Isaac, we can't be caught like this. It'd be too inconvenient. We need to...
I take out my badge and I say, this will be easy. We'll just tell them to go on their way. This is federal agents.
Okay, Isaac, what do you think?
I'm looking to Miss Cole to sort of Dr. Cole to sort this situation out. I think it'd be great. Excellent stuff. Get that badge out and flash it.
Okay, I'm pulling over. And I'll kind of go to the curb and like pull up slowly.
Okay. That's cute that you think there's a curb in the bayou. It's a side road.
It was the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, you sort of like pull onto the grass verge, and the cruiser it's like sitting back at a lazy distance, and it pulls up slowly behind you. The door opens after a minute's apprehension, and a large gentleman gets out. He sort of struggles to sort of right himself, pulling himself out of the car, and slams the door. Reaching through the window, he pulls on a sort of hat and holsters a pistol. Righting his shoulders, he walks towards the car, apprehensively, sort of taking note of the license plate on a notepad as he passes by. He taps on the driver's window and gestures you to roll it down.
I roll it down slowly, but I look helplessly at Diane.
As he's rolling it down, I hold up the little leather pouch that has all my identification and my FBI badge.
He sort of frowns at you and then ignores you, and looks at the driver and says, "License and registration, please."
Of course, good sir.
Show him your badge, Moses.
I kind of fumble for a minute, pull out my badge, which is upside down, turn it up quickly, and smile at him.
He sort of frowns again, and sort of like his sort of eyebrows meet in the middle and keep confusion. And he just goes, "I asked for your license and registration, not your trinkets, sir."
Why are we pulled over, officer?
He sort of like seems confused and looks over the side seat, and says, "Well, little missy, I saw you want your brake lights out, and well, as a good kind citizen, I thought I'd pull you over and mention it. You seem to have Boston, well, license plates and all, so maybe you aren't familiar with the laws down here."
I give him a pleasant smile, and I open up the glove box and try to fish out the things that he needs.
Okay, give me a luck roll to see if you have them.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, okay, nice. You pull out Moses' license and registration and pass it over. He sort of takes it and mulls it over, sort of holds it up to the sort of dying light of the day, and sort of like mumbles and talks to himself under a sort of like a soft breath, and then he passes it back to Moses. "Moses Volpa, is it?"
Yes, but please call me Muddles. Everybody does.
"I refuse that, sir. That is ridiculous." And he sort of crouches in and looks through the car at the back. "And who is this gentleman here?"
My name is Isaac, and you can call me Isaac because that's my name. None of this muddles rubbish. So I completely agree with you there, officer. It's a crazy thing to be saying, but thanks for giving us the heads up on that brake light. That's an important issue we need to get fixed at the first opportunity.
"Yeah, there's a garage down the way some if you want to go and get it checked out. That's not a problem. They'll take good care of you
Excellent.
there." And he sort of looks at the side seat and say, "And your name, Missy?"
Dr. Diane Cole. Emphasis on the doctor. Agent Dr. Diane Cole.
We're both agents, I might add. I kind of looked at Diane.
"Right, Agent Missy's doctor." He sort of muddles and like throws out the word Diane Cole. "I got that." He sort of looks at all three of you and says, "Well, I'll just say that the roads out here are dangerous at night, so you might want to make yourself way to the city before letting sun down. And what is your business in this area, if I mind you asking?"
We can't say it's a federal agents, special things.
Oh, well, you should have documents for me then, shouldn't you?
We're collecting a series of items pertaining to a very confidential investigation. We don't exactly answer to you, I'm afraid. We are FBI.
Right, so who is your well, leading officer. Maybe I could contact them at the bureau, get this sorted out.
Mitch Peggy.
Mitch Peggy. That's an odd name, but all right. I'll go down to the house over yonder and get that one checked out for you. Shouldn't be more of a problem. Right then. Well, that seems to be about most of it. He sort of looks about. I gotta get to the family gathering. Got some barbecue to have. Some nice catfish is getting done. Should be nice.
That sounds real nice.
You should try the local cuisine. It's lovely.
I'm sorely tempted.
Before you depart, dear officer, you mentioned dangers after dark. What kind of dangers? Wild animals or aliens, perchance?
You what now, son?
What?
I mean, wild
He
animals.
means illegal aliens, officer.
Yes, of course.
Right. I see. That's your fancy FBI talk, that is. I see, I understand. I'm not stupid, you know.
Right.
Of course not. We never made the assumption.
We never implied.
But mainly that night, it's the gators you gotta look for. They sit on the road as the cools and you hit them. And they're big bastards and they'll take the car out and you along with them. If you come through the window, you're more likely to get eaten by them than you are to kill them with the car.
Huh. They're quite big then.
They can get pretty big, yeah.
We'll be careful, I think.
Excellent. And the group lock roll, whoever's got the lowest lock can roll it.
I've 37 luck.
Let's have it. 37? That's an odd number.
It is. I rolled it.
Okay, yeah, you fail. He sort of like sniffs the air as he turns to leave, and then he turns back and goes, that's an awful peculiar smell you got around the vehicle. Is your engine all right? It smells like something's rotten. Have you got some roadkill under there? Up in the axle?
Well, officer, I think as you know, when you hit a skunk, it's never pleasant. And you hit a skunk, and to be honest, it's a bit awful sitting in the back of this car with these two here and sweating. And I mean, I'm filling the back of this car. You can see that. I see you had the same kind of issue in your car, and I'm in the back seat here with my knees up by my ears and smelling a skunk around. It's disgusting. That old skunk thing. Oh man, it's gross.
You have a fast talk roll to pull that one off.
Use persuade instead.
You're lying, so no. Okay. He goes, yeah, all right. And he sort of goes around to the front of the vehicle and sort of like gets down on all fours and starts looking under the car. I don't see anything under here.
We hosed off the worst of it as we could before we left out. So it's just the scent, the horrible stinking skunk scent. I mean, we got rid of the bits and bobs, but yeah, you never get rid of that smell, officer. You know what it's like. You hit one of these things, it's damn awful. I know you can relate to that. I mean, you must hit these things all the time in your car.
You don't want to say anything, but Isaac's been a little gassy down this road.
Keep in mind this is a police vehicle and it's been used to transport bodies.
Yeah, you can make a fast talk roll to
Can I push it? Ah.
Oh. Right. Okay. So he sort of he looks at you and he just goes, right. You're lying to me because you're feeling foolish because you're so fat and you're full of gas.
Well, sir, I am big boned, and it's been a little while since we've eaten. I don't want to. I really didn't want you to lean in the car and all that because it's not a pleasant experience. See.
That's all right.
How we feel.
Yeah, I understand why it's in the back now. I'm more, pleasant person would have given the larger gentleman the front seat, ma'am, because you're such an itty bitty little missy. But I can understand why you've put him in the back now. That's all right. It's all right. I'm a bigger fella myself, sir, and I understand the problems associated with that. You enjoy your meals, and, that has consequences.
Indeed, sir, indeed.
He sort of nods at you and sort of puts his hat on again as he gets up from the front of the car and just gives it another sniff. Go, whew, woo-wee, that is some smell. Right, well, I'll be getting going, and you be about your business, and you mind what I said, all right?
About the
Rubbing
gate.
my tools.
And he just he looks at you, right. And he gets back into his cruiser and just slams the door. He's waiting for you to move.
I was gonna
Wait,
say,
wait a moment.
I was gonna wait for him to move before driving.
Wave them on, Muddles.
I kind of lean out the window. I awkwardly wave.
So just waving your hand.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can pretend you're getting air in the car.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say he sort of like frowns and you see his eyebrows sort of knit together again in confusion, and just he sort of slowly nods and just he rolls the car slowly past you and just eyeballs each one of you in turn as it slowly rolls past, and then nods and takes off at leisurely 20 miles an hour.
Oh.
Well, that went well.
You'll have to explain to Mitch why we used his name.
I wasn't the one who gave his name. That was you.
It's your fault we're here.
Because we've got to be. We don't have any more options.
Just drive.
Hey, ladies,
Oh, God.
can we move on? Let's get this bottle and all the other stuff we got to do. It'd be a lot easier.
Right. I hit the accelerator.
Okay. So you move off slowly, I suppose. Or how are you driving, Moses? What is your
Caution in the bayou.
Okay. Yeah, you move through the sort of bayou. The road is mostly single track for a lot of the distance as you sort of move throughout the marshland. The road leads into a more sort of gravelly and it looks more sort of muddy sort of lane. You reckon you could get the car down a little?
Yeah, just don't go too close and get the car stuck.
I think we should walk, yes. We don't want to risk getting the car stuck.
Not sure that's what he said.
Like it. Yeah, he said we should drive, Muddles.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm an alright driver, but
How long of a walk is it?
You have no idea.
Okay. Yeah. He said there's alligators. We might as well just drive.
right. Let's drive then. And I'll try to proceed as cautiously as I can.
What sort of time is it?
It is 8 o'clock in sort of evening, coming up for like sort of 8:30. So it's sort of the back end of August as well. So it's starting to get dark now as well.
Okay, but there's still sunlight.
Yeah, there's still some sunlight. Yeah, definitely. And good old Moses can give me a drive roll to see how well he does this.
Oh no. Ah. Should I push it?
Yeah, you can. What are you doing differently?
Using the brakes.
Should I? It's 1 in 5. Why not? I will hit like the clutch and kind of try and, lean forward like I'm really trying to help it accelerate.
Okay.
Accelerate.
You all hear this like horrific grinding noise underneath the car, the sort of tree roots and gravel and stones, and it lasts for like a good 5 minutes as you drive slowly along this road. You feel like the entire underside of the car is probably going to be filled with muds and tufts of grass and scrapes and dents. You'd be lucky if this doesn't ruin the car.
It's not my car.
I kind of keep walking, looking into the rearview mirror as this is happening.
You signed this car out, Moses, with your name.
Drive if you want to die.
I'm not going to drive.
Okay, we might need to do some maintenance after we get out of here.
We can take it to the garage that officer mentioned.
Good idea.
Yeah. We see the bottle tree yet?
No, you cannot, but you can all give me spot hiddens to see if you can sort of track it down.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay. It looks like Isaac's got some good eyes, sort of like ignoring the protesting car, and in the distance you spot a large tree out in the middle of a sort of open glade that's filled with all these decorative bottles hung with twine. It's probably a good 100 yards past the roadside.
All right, so there's no track going up to it. It's just kind of 100 yards away. Okay. Hey, hey everyone! There's the bottle tree, and I sort of point it out to them so they can actually see it, and kind of maybe we should just draw up alongside on the dirt track, and then we can then walk over to it.
good idea. Good idea. I can't believe I missed that.
Well, it's through the undergrowth, and you're gonna have to go into the swamp to get to it. So you're gonna have to roll your trousers up and get stuck in.
Wait a minute! Anyone bring a boat?
a boat.
Come on, you gotta
I
have a
don't
boat.
think so. No.
But I thought you were the FBI. I thought you were well prepared.
We don't
I
have
thought you knew about
boats.
this stuff. I thought that was your
Why didn't you
game.
tell us, Diane? I thought you were helping me here.
We're from California. You didn't tell me we were to be going through the swamp, Moses.
Let's just
I'm
get
in
this
heels.
done.
Jesus.
Have we at least got?
Oh man. I think you're on point for this one because you seem to be causing all the problems here. You can go on point and get that bottle and come back.
What about the gators?
Well, I'm sure if you.
I'll watch from the car and cover you.
Both of you cover me. If you see the slightest hint of gators,
Right.
God.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll take off my coat
time
and
for a
pull up
snack.
my trousers. And do we at least have any wellies in the car?
You give me a luck roll to see if you thought of bringing wellies.
No.
Can I do
Yeah,
it?
sure. I'm not sure what Americans call wellies.
Rain
Rain
boots.
boots, okay. Wellies, that's much better.
Oh.
Okay.
We brought a fellow.
Diane's well prepared, but Moses is not.
You can have these. Go ahead. That might be too small for
My
you.
feet through them.
So yes, if you want to put on your rain boots, Diane, you definitely do that. Isaac, I'm assuming you weren't prepared for this at all, since you're just protesting the fact you're having to go to the bayou.
Yeah, I was expecting the wonderful FBI to have all the equipment, but again, gotta sort out yourself.
The sort of way to the tree is quite gloomy, and you can sort of like just see some of the bottles hanging from it in the distance, like glimmering off the sort of dying sun, as the sort of encroaching shadows start to consume the sort of cypress trees. And
Have we got like torches?
I don't
The
know.
torch?
I'm assuming with an extreme luck roll, at least you'll have one with Diane.
Yeah, it's pretty common police equipment, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, for you two, I don't know.
We just need to get a bottle, then we can carry on with the next item on the list.
And with that, you hear a gunshot, and one of the bottles explodes. You hear, "Yeah!" in the distance.
I look around.
Deliverance.
Backwater hillbillies.
No.
They're shooting the bottles, I think.
Can I see where the gunshot came from?
You can't. It's to the undergrowth is too tightly packed. But you can give me a spot hidden if it's a hard success, perhaps. You can spend 4 luck if you wish, or reroll.
Yeah, I'll spend the luck.
All right, you sort of catch the sort of glimmer of an open fire some way past the tree. Now that the light is failing in the twilight, you can just see the flickers of the flames. And on the breeze, you can smell. Is that shrimp you can smell?
Shrimp.
I pointed out to the others.
What should we do? Do you guys?
Well-
They're dangerous.
I'm sure they're not, but we could call out for them. Make sure they don't shoot us accidentally.
I don't like the idea of them having guns on us. What do you think, Isaac?
Well, it's been a few hours since I've eaten, and that shrimp smells mighty good, and I've just passed up the barbecue from the police officer, so I'm going to head over there and have a look and see if they got any spare. I'll start wandering over towards the fire.
You're a genius. Let's make the friendly. Then they definitely won't shoot us.
The friendly.
Everyone has guns around here. It's not unusual.
That's true.
Suppose so.
Come on, it'll be an adventure.
Of course.
I'll follow behind you.
So who's leading the way?
I'm gonna stay at a safe distance and hang out at the car.
Fair, okay. Isaac, are you going with Moses, I assume, for the food?
Yeah, I'm heading straight over there. I'm happy. I can smell shrimp. It sounds good to me. Sounds good as well.
Yep, you're already out of the car and into the bayou.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
I would be slightly behind him, and I would have my 45 automatic, kind of trying to conceal it behind my back, kind of looking around, paranoid.
Okay, fair enough. So you both sort of start sinking into the bayou's filthy water. Dark murk of the sort of depth are lost to you is sort of like you can't see from the stirring of the mud as you move forward through it. However, you can feel something like touching your leg at times, sort of flitting off it like a sort of a fish or something touching you as you sort of move through the muck. And you both can give me survival rolls, any type if you wish, to see how well you get through this. If you don't have them, a hard dex roll would suffice.
Wow.
Oh, the dexterous people! Wow, 25 for dex.
I'm 7'1", made of lard.
Yeah,
You're 7 feet tall.
you're a tree of a man, but
Exactly.
they don't move well. Yeah, okay. So you Diane, just from the sort of car, you can see these sort of two intrepid adventurers move off into the sort of the swamp. They get up to about their knees, and then one falls forward, and Moses grabs onto the back of Isaac and drags him down into the mud, and they both sort of disappear with a splash, just to reappear gasping and like flailing around.
I frown and think about all the disgusting creatures swimming around and all the little bacteria that just got all over them.
And you lock the doors.
And drive away.
I like pull out my little perfume bottle and I'm spraying the dead body, trying to get rid of some of the smell.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, and even the best air fresheners aren't going to clear that air.
Can I tell how he died?
Yes, you can. He has a very neat hole in his chest.
Okay. And it hit his heart, I assume.
Well, yes, and he died from a sort of a shot to the chest. So yeah, probably sort of bleeding out.
Okay.
If you want to go and look at him, you can.
Can't I just like lean over the back seat of the car and inspect
Well,
him
he's
instead of getting
in
out?
the trunk, so but yeah, you can pull down the back seats if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You pull down one of the back seats, and a gross, clammy arm sort of like rolls out into the back seat. It's starting to bloat, and the rotting skin peels off on contact to the leather.
Just want to give him a good look over, see if there's anything abnormal.
You have immunity to dead bodies, don't you?
I sure do.
Okay, so yeah, you can give a medical
Yeah.
roll to sort of look him over.
Can I use biology or forensics?
You can. Forensics would be good.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So yes, you can see that he does have a preliminary sort of wound in his chest from probably what you reckon was a 38 mil, and there's an exit wound on the back, sort of as expected. It was a clean kill, and he has been dead, you reckon, for about 4 to 5 days. He is a man of Indian descent, and yeah, he's not wearing very much. He's just got sort of his dress trousers on and these shoes. His shirt was removed.
All right. I just kind of take note of that and spray him down with my perfume. lavender, and then kind of shove them back in. Pop off my little gloves and toss them out the window of the car.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, okay, I'm gonna say that's fine. Yeah, electric. I'm not sure when rubber gloves were sort of commonplace, but
Oh, okay. I don't need gloves. I use a little
yeah,
detail.
no problem. Okay, so you do this, sort of distracting yourself from the sort of thrashing in the water as Isaac sort of tries to right himself, and Moses, you think that there's an alligator attacking you, as Moses like comes like out of the water like drenched, and all the sort of mud sort of cascades off him.
Kind of look around wildly, going, "It's a gator, or is it an alien? We can't possibly know." I'm kind of looking around, darting with my flashlight wildly, trying to illuminate.
No, Muddles, it's just me.
anything.
It's just me. Just keep calm, keep calm. Just lost a bit of foot in there. I was never the best to kind of dodging around, and sometimes your feet get wrapped up in something and you have to fall over. Unfortunately, we're a bit wet, but we're heading towards the fire. Let's just get to the fire. Let's get to the shrimp, and we can dry off a little bit and talk to these fine folks over here.
Right, I think I got a little excited. Let's just make the friendly.
As you look at each other, you see that you're both covered in leeches.
Oh man!
I kind of look at Isaac and go, "Aliens!" as I look at the leeches dangling from his body.
I think they're just leeches. We need to get over to the fire quick before they, and we can get them off. Yeah, just wipe down as best you can, and then let's get over to that fire. You burn them off.
Two muddy men covered in leeches run out of the swamp towards all these guys with guns.
How do we get these leeches off, Isaac? I'll defer to you, Isaac. I'm not really a wilderness man.
Start swatting away at the leeches on Muddles and myself, and we start. Well, I'm heading towards the fire. I want to talk to these guys.
Yeah, as you approach the sort of the bottle tree, it's one of the larger sort of citrus trees in the sort of bayous, and it's covered in these bottles. There's quite a lot of smashed ones, and there's some like definitely gunshots, sort of wounds in the bark of the tree. But there's still about 5 which aren't been smashed, still hanging from it. Beyond that, there is a sort of raised ground, sort of dry area that seems to be set up for some sort of cookout. There's a sort of a thin, sort of wiry man, bald-headed, sort of standing over a sort of glowing pit, and over it is a sort of metal grill, and on it he is happily like flipping what looks like to be shrimp and some sort of meat, some sort of porkish smell coming off of it. Around that, there are several gentlemen, most of them armed with what looks like shotguns, and they're all sort of like having a good sort of sing-song. One of them takes aim at the tree again, and then notices you and swivels the gun to point right at you.
Hi, friends, and sort of put my hands up and kind of wave a bit and say, "Hi, you got space for one more over there? Got a bit wet coming over here, trying to talk to you guys."
Who's there?
Oh, my name's Isaac, sir, and we're just here, just wandering around the bayou looking for somewhere to get some warmth for a minute, because we just had a bit of a problem with a car and we fell over, and we've seen you shooting these lovely bottles here, and we thought it'd be great if we could maybe just sit by the fire for a minute.
Right. You're gonna have to talk to Red. Red? And the other one standing next to him goes, "Yeah." And he just looks at him and goes, "What should we do, Red?" And he goes, "I don't know. Better ask Cletus." Cletus? And sort of Cletus is the guy that's sort of cooking out. He goes, "Yeah. What are we doing, Cletus?" And he says, "Let him sit." And the guy slowly lowers his gun.
Mighty kind of you, gentlemen. Mighty kind indeed. Much appreciated. We've had a real hell of a day today. Come on, Muddles, let's go and join these fine fellas.
Right, and I kind of try and inconspicuously holster my gun.
It's thick with mud and filled to the brim. You're gonna have to clean it before it'll fire.
I kind of give it a quick look and go, shit, and just holster it anyway.
Okay. So they sort of clear spaces in one of the large fallen trees for you, and they sort of dust it off, but it doesn't seem to make much of a difference for you. They're all sort of dressed in sort of like dungarees, and sort of most of them are sort of shirtless as they sort of like look at you through sort of like dazed, sort of surprised to see people out in the bayou. The one they call Red sort of like scratches his sort of like sort of peppered beard and just goes, "What you doing out here?"
I kind of looked at Art, and I kind of looked at him like trying to determine what we should say.
Well, he's confused why you're out in his bayou, and he just goes, "What do you want out here?"
We're coming from Boston. We're heading into town there, and we were just coming past, and had a little bit of a problem with the car, and we got a bit lost and turned around. Ended up going down this track, and this track's leading to the bayou. Then we seen the tree. We like the look of the tree. We come to have a closer look, and that was our biggest mistake because, of course, because we're city dwellers, we didn't quite know about the bayou and what's in it. And now look at us. So when we seen your fire, it was like, maybe we could get a little bit of chow, but also a little bit of warmth because we're all a bit wet.
Soaking.
Yeah, I can see that. You all muddy. He's all muddy, Red. Red goes, "Yeah."
I kind of look back to the tree and how many bottles are left?
5.
I kind of go, yeah, we're just stupid city dwellers. We didn't even bring any like bottles or items to fill up with water or hydration. I don't suppose you would mind if we pinched a bottle off that tree there.
Cleo's pipes up. "You better not touch that tree. They're voodoo bottles. They are. They're dangerous. We're here to take them down."
You don't honestly believe in voodoo, do you?
Well, I don't know. It's either hoodoo or voodoo. I'm not sure. One of the two of them. They're doing their ritual stuff.
Can I try and give him an intellectual, like, skeptical, superstitious rant that debunks all of his...
What are you saying?
Don't you see? It's entirely illogical to base your ideas on something that doesn't physically exist. It's irrational and stupid, and you should be more rational, like me.
I'm going to turn around to Muddles and to the guy and say, "Okay, Muddles, you think you're so clever. You go and grab one of those bottles and you see what happens. Then we can all have a good laugh, can't we, boys?" See if they take that.
They all look startled at the suggestion of grabbing one. They go, "You don't touch them. That's dangerous stuff. That's trapped spirits. That is. Don't touch that." And the one called Red just says, "Cletus, I think he just called me dumb."
Oh, no way, sir.
My eyes, I go, no. No one here is stupid. We're just trying to say, it's illogical.
And with that, we'll head back to Diane. Diane, you're sitting in the car alone. The sort of radios sort of doesn't really connect around here, and it's sort of mostly static. Left to your own devices, bored but safe on the sort of road. Give me a go ahead.
Okay. Wow. I want to
Sure,
push
what are you
it.
doing differently?
I just turn down the radio, seeing that I get more static than anything, and I lean forward and I'm just inspecting the outside.
Okay. Off in the distance, you can see a small light flit through the trees as the twilight starts to grow darker.
I want to turn off the headlights and kind of stare at the light. Can I? Is it like a flashlight or like a torch? Like
It's a lazy sort of moving light. It seems to move erratically like a butterfly through the sort of the glades, and it sort of it seems like a soft sort of reddish orange glow as it's sort of moving through the tree lines and undergrowth. It seems to be moving towards you.
All right. I kind of crack the window just a little bit, and I yell out, "Who is that?"
The only response is
Right,
the
and I-
assault of insects which try to get into the car.
I close the window, and I take out my gun.
Okay.
I just keep a real close eye on that fire and see if I can see anybody who's holding a lantern or something as it gets closer.
Okay. You can't see any people at all, even with your hard success. It's just this sort of light which is softly, like erratically flowing towards you. And as you're sort of looking out that side of the car, you feel the car lean to one side.
Um, I roll down my window all the way to start screaming for Moses. And I hold my gun up to my chest. I'm not like pointing it at myself, but I'm just ready to shoot it.
Looking down at one side of the car, you see a gargantuan gator just like walking up beside and leaning against the car, sort of like pawing at it, sort of inspecting the car.
Does it notice me?
It does when you scream, yes. It sort of hisses at you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot
You're
it.
gonna shoot it, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. You aim straight at it, and you sort of pull the trigger, and there is a blam and a flash of stark light erupts from the sort of car, and the alligator is now very angry, very very angry, and it starts thrashing around, and it thinks the car is now a rival alligator, and it is going to kill it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, it's thrashing and grabs the front tire
Oh,
and its
no.
jaws, and it starts rolling the car into the actual water. It's sort of dragging it in, doing six damage, maximum damage to the sort of car. You hear one of the tires burst and pop in its mouth, which makes it even angrier, and it starts thrashing around as it drags it into the swamp.
I keep screaming for Moses. I say, "Kill this thing! Moses, help me!" And if I can, I'll shoot it again, holding onto the safety rail to stabilize
Give me
myself.
one shot.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Through the thrashing, you sort of missed this massive creature for some reason, and yeah, you're not sure what you hit, but it wasn't this thing. And we'll head back to the cookout. Isaac and Moses, you're sitting around the fire, and you can smell this beautiful sort of stew on the go, and the grill on top. And you both give me listen rolls, but they're going to have to be hard to hear the gunshots. You're quite way off, and it's dense forest.
Oh.
Moses.
Oh, Isaac does.
Nah. Oh, yeah.
Isaac, you hear a small pop, like a sort of pistol, back from the way you came, and you do so as one of the hillbillies sort of like pushes a plate into your hand. There you go.
Oh, lovely stuff. I'd say, hey, did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? That's a gunshot. I heard a gunshot from over there.
Over where?
I'd point not towards the tree, but in the kind of the opposite direction. But it was away from our car, away from the tree, but trying to get the attention of all the people around the fire to look away, effectively, from where we want to go back to.
Looking round in the bayou as the twilight grows darker, it gets harder and harder to remember where you went and where you came from. The entire thing starts to look a lot different. But you reckon you could probably find your way back. Probably.
Yeah. What I'm going to try and do is, while I sort of shout, and I kind of stand up quite quickly and say, I just heard a gunshot from over there. While they're turned that way, I want to get, if I can, one of the bullets from my gun and throw it on the fire.
Okay. You want to do this stealthily? If so, you'll need a sleight of hand. But if not, just throw it.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
going to kind of just not sort of try sleight of hand or anything, but just because when their attention's turned, I just want to try and just sort of one on the fire. So I'm standing near it with my bowl of food anyway. just kind of spill my food, and at the same time, I'm gonna spill the bullet in there.
All right, that is going to be a sleight of hand to get that away with that. There's quite a few of them.
Oh,
Yeah, it falls into the fire, but they see you, or at least one of them does. One of the kids just goes, "Pa, you saw that, right?" And the other goes, "It'll be hunters out there shooting."
yeah, it's hunters. I'm sure it was pretty bad. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wait for that bullet to basically go off. And while there's a bit of commotion and it's got to get dark, I want to start wading back towards the tree in the dark. I keep a bit of cover, keep low. I'll drag Muddles with me.
Would I know what's I know there's been a gunshot, so I'm kind of looking around confused.
Sort of, I'm saying to you, Muddles, we need to get back. We need to get back.
What's going on? Why?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, Isaac, I trust you.
And
But what about the bottles? What about the bottles? Should one of us go get a bottle while the other?
But that's where we're going. So I'm basically trying to create a bit of diversion around the campfire, so that there's a bit of confusion. It's dark. No one quite knows what's going on. There's hunters out there. There was a gunshot. The bullet goes off in the fire, and then we're off.
give me a fast talk as the kid goes, "Pa," and he just goes like, "What? What do you want?" And the kid goes, "He put one of those bullets in the fire."
Right.
And he sort of looks over the fire and starts poking around it with a stick. Give me a luck roll, Isaac, please.
Luck.
I want to believe.
The man poking around in the ashes sort of looks at you in stark shock as the bullet goes off and goes through him.
Ooh!
Spray of blood sort of spatters over the love sort of cooking catfish, and he stumbles back, goes, "What the fuck?"
Shout, "Hunters are in the bayou! Quick, leg it!" and run towards the tree as fast as I can.
Okay.
As I'm leaving, I kind of pull out my badge, which is upside down, and go, "FBI, FBI, this is an official investigation." I kind of turn and follow after Isaac.
Give me an intimidation roll, please, Moses, as Red goes, "Get him."
Can I spend 5
Spend luck.
You can,
Spend luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm spending luck on this.
Two of them like throw their rifles down and put their hands and goes, "Oh my god, it's the fades." And the other ones just look around in confusion as they give you a sort of head start as they sort of argue among themselves what to do. Okay, so Moses and Isaac, you have 3 actions for this round, and then we're going into combat. What would you like to do?
So these guys are definitely gonna kill us, right?
Well, you just shot one of them for no reason.
We didn't shoot one. It wasn't my fault. He leant over the
It was an
bullet when it went
accident.
off in the fire.
Well, that's true.
He didn't have to look. It's his son's fault, really. He should be
Somebody else.
chastising his child.
Well, that's what you should be.
Can I look at Isaac and see what his battle plan is first?
Sure,
before
I
do
think
anything?
you're being deferred to.
Okay, my battle plan is run as fast as I possibly can towards the tree, grab a bottle, and run back to the car.
Okay, upon seeing the panic, I'm just gonna go, okay, turn around, and just start wading into the water after Isaac.
All right, you can give me dex rolls to see how far you get.
This isn't going to go well.
The sea of red continues.
It's like blood.
Oh, I made it!
Oh, Isaac. Isaac, being a
wow.
larger fella, he's quite nippy. He gets to the tree first, and because you're so tall, being at 7 foot odd, you can actually reach the bottles without jumping. If you want to grab one, you can.
Yeah, that is the plan. That was always the plan.
All right. Pulling one off the tree, it is indeed looks like a whiskey bottle, a fairly sort of dusty, grimy one that's been here for quite a while. It feels warm to the touch as you hold it, and inside there's a soft orange glow.
Excellent. I'll kind of put that in my big coat that's around my big body, and I'm gonna get my gun. I'm gonna try and shake the water out of it and see if it's usable.
You can give me a luck roll for that one. Yes, your weapon is active and ready. But before you do anything, let's go back to Diane, who's currently being mated and killed by a gator.
I'll be okay.
Okay,
probably.
Diane, you're
Probably.
sort of getting attacked by the gator again, as it sort of drags you into the sort of the deeper parts of the swamp. And let's see how this goes. Holy
Ow.
shit, this gator loves
Oh
this car.
my god!
Another extreme, another 6 damage to the car. You feel the entire
God.
bonnet's been ripped off at this point and thrown, and the sort of engine is exposed. The car's getting slowly dragged into the swamp. The front end sort of like partially in now as it pulls the car in.
I turn on the radio and I turn it up as loud as I can to try to scare it away.
You can give me an intimidation roll.
But I'm not intimidating it. The car is.
You're trying to intimidate with a radio. Okay.
I'll just shoot it.
Okay, so the radio doesn't have much effect. Apparently, it's not an FM fan, and yeah, you can give it a shoot. You get advantage for this because it's very close and very large. Oh, excellent. Good. So you bypass its 5 armor this time, pretty well, and
Cool.
you do a good amount of damage as you see a sort of a spray of blood coming off from its shoulders. As you sort of like put a round in its back, and it does let go of the car, and it sort of hisses at you and lunges at you instead of the car.
Oh.
Do a barrel roll.
Hold to dodge.
Okay, yeah, it hits. You have to
Oh.
dodge. You get advantage because you're inside the car. So basically, you just
Wait, my dodge didn't copy. Okay, hold on. Let me get my dodge from my sheet. I didn't copy over.
it's just half your dex.
Yeah, well, I put points into it.
Of course you did.
You fool.
Look, I knew something like this was gonna happen. Okay.
I knew you were going to be
Not
attacked by the
my
alligator.
alligator.
Okay.
I knew I was gonna attacked by something. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry.
It's okay.
God, who does this? Gets into a shootout.
Had to stay in the car, didn't you?
Look, I think I have a better chance than you guys.
Probably.
Yeah.
They don't know that I'm with you. As long as I don't tell them I'm FBI.
I don't think the alligator cares.
I'm FBI. Stop attacking me right now. Okay, 1 second. I
Nice.
got it.
Beautiful.
Oh, I almost got it. Okay, here. Let me just.
Roll it, roll it, roll it.
Hold on, I almost have it. I almost have it. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna edit all this out. It's fine. It's no work for me.
I hate YouTube. Nobody watches it. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I have a 60 minute. Okay.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh god.
All right, you dodge back and it breaks the window instead as it sort of snatches at you and sort of slips off the side of the sort of car back into the sort of the swamp. What would you like to do? As the radio is blaring and half the car has been torn off and you have a burst tire and then maybe a bent axle at this point. The alligator seems to be sort of like biding its options as it thinks about what to do next.
I open up the glove box and I take out the box of bullets in there and I refill my magazine.
Okay.
Stick it back into the gun, and I kind of very, very carefully look out the window to see if I can see the alligator in the water.
You can. It's hard to see now because it's getting so dark and it's sort of overgrown with the sort of trees. But you can see what looks like the alligator, sort of a large sort of a log shape in the water.
Do I know? Is it like? Does it look like it's losing blood a lot, or is it dying?
In the darkness, you can't really tell, but you do think you see some black sort of dappling on its back where you shot it.
Okay, I'm just going to I'm going to lean back in the driver's seat or whichever seat is away from the alligator. I'm just gonna point my gun out the window, and if I see it come again, I'm just gonna start shooting at it. I'm gonna leave the radio on really loud. Hopefully, somebody will hear. Come help me.
So, Dr. Diane Cole is going for a pray to Jesus moment, and you can give me a stealth roll. Yeah, give me a stealth roll to see how well this goes down. All right, excellent. We'll come back to that. Off to Moses and Isaac, who have shot a person randomly.
Unintentionally.
Oh, so cold-blooded murder or accidental killing, manslaughter at best, perhaps.
It was his child's fault.
Okay, so it really was. He lured his dad into that one. Moses, what are you doing as you sort of like plodding after Isaac? You see him pluck one of the bottles from the tree, and you can give me a spot hidden, Moses. Okay.
I push it.
Yeah, sure. What are you doing differently?
I am looking around wide-eyed and kind of rub the sewer water or swamp water out of my eyes and give it another glance.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You notice now that the light is fading, and all these 5 bottles which are left are still glowing. Some of them are glowing blue, and some of them are glowing sort of a reddy orange color.
Am I making a occult roll to determine what that means or something?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Okay. You know that these things are meant to be trapping spirits of the dead or stealing them from passing by people. Usually hung from sort of porches and houses. They trap something called a lua, which is like the spirit of the dead. Sort of like servant of the sort of voodoo deities, and perhaps these different colors signify different types of spirits.
What color does Isaac have?
Orange one. Yep.
And there's a couple of blue ones left, right?
Yeah, there's 2 blue ones and there's now 2 orange ones.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make my way to the tree, but I'm gonna submerge myself in the swamp water to try and stealthily maneuver my way to the tree.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Can I push it? Can I push it?
What are you doing different?
Okay.
Step on an alligator.
Yeah, I pretend I'm an alligator and just start using my legs as like a makeshift tail or something.
Okay, that's random. All right, you do manage to disguise yourself in the bayou as you sort of plod along into the water and catch up with Isaac, and he sort of sees this log approach him, but surprise, it's Moses.
There you go.
Hey, Mullins, is that some FBI stuff you're learning there, or what? That's crazy.
Yeah, just basic training. Get one of the blue bottles as well. We need one of those blue bottles just in case, because they're different spirits.
Is there any of the blue bottles on the side that's not facing the fire pit? The hillbillies.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there are one. There's one that you could probably still grab.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and grab that blue bottle then. That's kind of, hopefully the tree is between me and the people that might want to have a word with us.
Okay. You're going to have to give me a dexterity roll to snatch it, as you see one of the Hicks level his shotgun at the same bottle.
Oh man, that's not gonna work. Did I fire my gun and can I shoot at him? Because my gun works, right? Try and get him off.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Try that. It's just if nothing else, it's just to sort of make sure that he kind of loses aim and then try and grab the bottle effectively once he's kind of trying to recite or something.
Sure, I'll give him a disadvantage.
Okay, I'll try and grab the bottle. Is that a dex then, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, he's going to take a shot with disadvantage. Oh. He breaks the bottle open as you sort of grab for it, showering you in glass, and this sort of bluish glow escapes from the smash bottle and erratically moves off into the swamp. You can take 1 damage from the shards of glass.
Muddles, how desperate are you for a blue bottle?
just in case, this could be integral to the resurrection ritual. We don't know what Miss Delassixe needs, but just in case, a blue spirit and an orange spirit.
Okay, so how about I pick you up and you grab one? They're higher now.
Go for it. Quickly.
Give me a
before-
strength roll versus Moses' size roll.
Ah,
Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, not a problem. You sort of lift him up like a sort of.
push my side roll to fail it, maybe.
No, it's fine. He wins. You sort of hold him up like an ice skate dancer, and you sort of like hold him up to the higher branches, and you can make a dex roll, Moses, to grab it.
Hey.
Excellent. You snatch it as you see the dead man's son grab his father's shotgun, and he's going to try and shoot at you, Moses, as you stand proud against the dying light.
Orville Dean.
Oh, he misses as the sort of shot goes off, and
This triumphant moment now.
and the rest of the sort of party, some of them chewing shrimp, start charging into the bayou after you. Get him! And we'll head back to Diane.
I really hope that car's working and revved up.
Hope it's not damaged.
Will these cars have radios in the 20s?
Probably yes.
Pocket radio.
But they'll probably be quite bulky things, and I mean, Moses is not going to have a handheld. You'd probably be able to contact a station, perhaps, maybe a raid, like a police station, or other police vehicles. I mean,
Yeah, I would see if I could get that one policeman who talked to us. We'll just say, help me.
all right. It looks like we're being retconned from the audience. Orpha's saying it's after 28, so no.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's fine.
Nice.
Well, okay. So what's going on?
All right. So the sort of give me a lesson roll.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
All right. You don't hear much until you hear one of the back tires burst, and the alligator is back, and he's chewing on the back tire now.
Oh my god, hate this thing. I climb to the other seat, or I roll down my window, or whatever I have to do, and I try to shoot at it again.
All right. Get to advantage. It's massive, and right there.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, you don't do too well as it's sort of like one of its eyes sort of rolls towards you and sort of glances up as it just rips the entire tire off of the car and starts thrashing around with it rolling back into the lake, into the swamp. You can give me a spot hidden roll as well. Excellent.
Oh my god, I'll push it. I'll
Oh,
do
you do, definitely.
I'm wiping like the condensation from the front window.
You can see just in the distance lots of lights where the tree was as where Moses and Isaac headed, and you can hear gunshots, you think, off in the distance as well, and two figures one figure being held up against the sort of the light of the fire in the arms of a beautiful giant.
It's beautiful. How far is it?
It's about
to like the
to the
I mean to the main road that we were on.
it's 100 yards from the tree to the road.
Okay. In the okay. And that main road, was it more less alligatory than this
It
one?
was less alligator than this one, yes. There was zero alligators from the main road.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna sprint to the road.
You running? You leaving the car?
Well, is the alligator like currently chewing on something?
It's pulled the back tire off and it's fighting the tire in the actual bayou. It's once it's finished and eaten the tire, it will be back for more.
Okay, yeah, I'm abandoning ship. I'm gonna run to the road.
Okay, so you finish the car, get out, and you can give me a dex roll to see if you can sprint in the dark.
Beautiful.
Am I holding my high heels in one hand, a gun in the other, and wearing rain boots?
I hope the alligator don't smell the dead body.
Indeed.
Oh no!
Okay. Shit, that'd be terrible. All right, so you start sprinting off into the distance, and we're back to Moses and Isaac. Both of you give me your decks in the chat, please. We're going to go into a chase. Actually, give me a con roll, please, as well. If you get extreme, you get to add one to your move.
Can I spend 1 luck for that?
I'm not sure if you can, but yeah, go on. That's never come up before. Sure. So that's fine. You both blast your con, so you get your normal move rates. So who has the... Yeah, put your move rates in the chat. Okay, so it's going to be you first, and then it's going to be the Hicks, and then it's going to be Moses. So, yeah, you've got 2 actions, Moses. So what you want to do? Ahead of you is swamp and undergrowth. You can choose to crawl through it, run through it, swim. It is up to you.
I make a tracking roll to make sure we're going in the right direction.
So you can give me a navigate roll.
Oh god, no, I don't have navigate. I will.
A mighty
You want to track
10%.
your own tracks backwards? You can give me a track
Yeah.
roll. But yeah. All right, that's fine. Yeah, you can track yourself backwards. That makes sense. So you do pass the road. And you think you're going definitely in the right way. You can see sort of gargantuan footprints in the mud from Isaac and the little itty bitty ones that are yours next to his.
Second action, I'm going to make sure Isaac is following the right direction. I'm going to kind of like hang back and force him like to, go the correct way.
You're encouraging him. That's fine. Sure. So you're sort of waiting up for Isaac as the Hex start moving into the swamp. They're not good at this for some reason. One of them, only one of them, manages to sort of run after Isaac, and he gets to the tree just as Isaac starts to move off. He's sort of shouting at you, "I'll get a kill of you!"
No chance, mate. No
FBI,
chance.
FBI!
FBI! This is a raid!
You're not FBI.
Don't know that.
Honorary FBI.
You can't use their name.
Honorary FBI.
Well, 2 of them are not following because they think you are FBI, so that was your good intimidate earlier. So you've only got 3 to go with.
We are.
Yeah, but you're also killed a man, so I'm not sure that's conflicting evidence right there.
We're FBI. We're allowed to kill people.
Well, we're going to resurrect him and even the score out. It's fine.
Are you going to make an argument for that?
A life for.
Of
No,
course
I'm
not. These
not.
people are...
All right, fair enough. So Isaac, what is your action? You have 1 action.
Thinking, so I've got Moses in front of me sort of saying, come this way, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna follow Moses, but I'm gonna sort of crouch down, sort of kneel down amongst the reeds and kind of sort of get cover. I'm gonna blindly point my gun back towards the tree and fire, so that it kind of has a bit of something going that way, so it might slow him down.
Okay, so give me a dex roll to follow Moses. Just it doesn't really matter if it's a fail or not, just to see how long you take to do it. And you can give me a shot with disadvantage, shooting backwards, doing that at the same time. Okay, give me the damage roll for the firearm to see if you kill the guy who cut off with you.
Ouch.
The kid, perchance.
Yeah, it's the kid. We killed another kid. Yay!
The kid goes down with a lucky shot from a lucky revolver as Isaac sort of caps him right in the shoulder. He goes spinning around and disappears into the sort of murky waters and doesn't come back up.
That's what you get for getting your dad in trouble.
Cool. I want to see like 10.
I'm gonna ask for a sand roll. He's about 8.
Oh man! I thought you said, "Oh man." That's a bit hard. That's hard.
You can
Do
take
I-
D4 sand loss for failing that. And Moses, yeah, you probably have to make a sand roll as well because you're sitting watching him. Just okay, Moses, you take all 4 as your
It's not a kid!
Oh my god, Isaac's a child murderer. We would never do that, right, Slasher?
Of course not.
Absolutely not. That's we often do.
We would never kill a kid.
I just feel like I'm in an exclusive club.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the...
All right, so you're sort of like sort of moving back, and Diane from the causeway, as you run back, you can see the shots getting fired as these hicks follow. You can give me an intimidation roll, Isaac, to see if they're dissuaded, with advantage for killing the child. Okay. Do you wish to push the roll? If so, what are you doing differently?
I'll leave it for now.
All right, not a problem. Okay, Diane, we're off to you. You can either continue running forward with another dex roll, or you can stop and try and help these fools. There's some way off yet, but you can see the sort of fire.
I can tell.
You can tell that they're being chased. You can tell just because of the size of Isaac that it must be Isaac, unless there's a second mountain man nearby.
Yeah.
We're screaming, start the car! Start the car! We gotta get out of here! Start the car!
The car doesn't work anymore. The car doesn't have wheels.
Out the goddamn car, we don't have a choice!
Okay, I want to jump up on top of the car. No, I'm getting back inside. I'm getting back inside.
You run back to the car and slam the door.
Yeah, and I'm shooting the alligator again.
Okay, the alligator sends all chewing on this this tire, but you can definitely give it a shot again. To advantage for close and large target.
Shoot the hillbillies!
Okay, there we go.
Damage, please.
Here's the damage.
All right, you cause 1 damage to it as you sort of like you sort of like graze it slightly as it sort of like it moves away. It's probably give me an intimidation roll to see if you dissuade it from attacking again.
Intimidate? Oh god.
Yeah, it's furious as you sort of like try to sort of like engage it in a fight, and it starts moving again towards the car.
Can I scream to Isaac and Moses that there's an alligator over here?
You can try.
I do.
Okay,
so.
Moses and Isaac, can you give me a listen roll as Diane leans out the car, screaming "alligator"?
Oh, Isaac.
Muddles knows.
Yeah, Medals, you definitely hear the shrill, common sort of annoyance in your life. Your partner, Diane Cole, sort of like screaming at you yet again. But this time she says, "alligator." Your blood runs cold.
There's an alligator, potentially an alien. Ready your gun. I kind of look to my own gun and go, oh shit. Can I try and shake the water out like...
Yeah, you can give me a firearms roll to clear it.
Can I push it? Can I push it?
Definitely.
I pull the slide back and I just start, like, you know, trying to throw it against the ground without letting go, trying to get the water to out.
Just shaking it around wildly.
That.
All right.
And it shoots the other.
Yeah, you just sheer just annoyance and bloody-mindedness. You managed to clear the sort of mud and shake it out of the gun, freeing it up to be shot. And the other hicks are a little bit far behind, failing the rolls. You two have some free action. You can give me dex rolls to run through the undergrowth and swamp.
Oh yes!
Oh, Isaac is off and running with extreme. You make great grounds, making massive, gargantuan strides through the leech-filled swamp as Moses falls back into the water.
Excellent.
You're good above your head.
Push the roll, Moses, as you fumble and you're sort of your newly clean weapon meets the water yet again.
The alligator worked before, it'll work now. I keep my legs together as a makeshift tail and try to propel myself forward with it.
All right.
It doesn't work.
You slip on a slimy, rotten root, and your foot sort of goes through it, and you hear it like snap under the muted sound of the water, and you go falling into the sort of the depth of it up to your neck. Your weapon is lost in the swamp.
Oh man!
You still have your nightstick.
Indeed. However, you're getting close to the car now. You can actually see it, and you can see Diane waving at you. She's very enthusiastic, and see that.
Can you tell that the tires
Yeah,
are
you can see
gone?
like one of the tires is missing. One of them seems punctured, and It's missing a hood of the car. It's just gone. It's weird. You had a hood when you came here. You're sure of it?
Fuck.
I keep screaming alligator at him.
I try as like I'm head first above the water. I try to raise my arm and make like a turning key gesture to start the engine.
Okay, I'll start the car.
Okay. The car thrums to life.
Ow. Oh, Doc, go.
It's not gonna move very well. Okay, I try to move. I try to run over the alligator.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Give me a drive roll. See if you can run this thing over.
Wait, no, the police officer told me not to do that. I'm not gonna do that.
It's because you were warned against it.
Wise.
Is it possible for me to get closer to them?
Yeah, you can.
To my buddy.
Move the car back up the sort of the small lane to better serve them.
Okay, I do. That.
Okay, give me a drive roll because it's got no wheel on the back side, so it's going to drive pretty poorly. Oh,
I'll spend 4 luck. I'll
excellent.
spend 4 luck.
And you drive the car, grinding this rim of the wheel trim over all the roots and sort of debris, sparking up sort of little fires as you go, and you move the car back towards the sort of main road. Moses and Isaac, you can see that this doesn't look like the car you left, but it moves, and it is your only escape route at this point. You can both give me one more dex to try and get to it before the Hicks arrive.
Moses, go.
Moses.
Run.
All right. There's going to be one shot at each of you as before you leave. One of the sort of Hicks at long range. It's going to be hard to hit. He's got 40, so it's 20 to hit.
Those models, right?
All right.
Yeah, I believe.
Luckily, it's a shotgun, so it gets weaker as it gets.
Thank God for that.
You take 3 damage into your hide, into your buttocks, as you sort of like leave the area. And the other one's going to try and hit Isaac. And he misses. Okay, so you take 3 damage, Moses, and you're sort of crawling out towards the car now, and you can see the utter disgrace. There's scrapes along the side. There's dents all the way along it. It looks like it's been attacked by a wild animal because it has.
I'm kind of pulling myself out, looking at the car and looking at the most forlorn expression on my face, mixed with pain.
I kick open the driver's side's door and I climb out of the way so they
Sure.
can get in.
Come on, models, let's get
you're
out of
wel-
here.
Isaac, drive! I gotta get these bullet shells out of Moses.
I've been shot. Officer down, officer down.
Moses, lay down in the backseat.
5? Oh, okay. I'll give it a go.
Okay, so I think you cram yourself into the tiny sort of driver's seat and have to push the seat back to sort of adjust it to your size. And yeah, you're sort of crammed into this small car. Do you want to give me a drive roll to get you back on the main road?
Not really, but here goes. Hey!
All right, you think you've damaged the car more as you grind it across the sort of large routes, and yeah, you get to the main road, but the car is sort of like making a knocking noise now as well. Something underneath is loose. You think it might be the exhaust pipe.
Oh man, who needs one of them anyway? That's fine. We'll just carry on. There's a garage down the road. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be okay. They can knock out the dents and put a new light on. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. While this is happening, can I try to stop Moses' bleeding?
Sure, you can give me a first aid roll as you're bumped along the highway. Yeah, sure. You managed to sort of pull the sort of the bird shot out of his ass, and you sort of like patch him up. Not a problem.
Well, so far this is going really well.
We got the models at least.
I would like to point out that you're missing something from the bayou from your list.
Oh.
How are the roots?
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Let's
okay.
just drive a bit.
So if but we could drive a bit, couldn't we? And then stop and grab some
Yeah,
roots?
you can go anywhere together.
Yeah.
sure.
So we'll
Yeah.
Do you think somebody sells them in town?
There's a clue. Yeah, you might be able to find them in time.
Should we?
Let's just try that.
Playing duck.
What are the,
We'll just find a shop in town.
Okay, so you want to head into New Orleans.
The oldie voodoo shop.
Yeah, we can always come back. It's the bayou's not that far away.
Of course, of course.
It's about 20 minutes, half an hour outside the city.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm sure somebody will sell. Some voodoo queen will be selling mandrake roots.
Well, you know, Miss Delassixe is a voodoo queen, and you know, she was asking for it to be brought to her. So,
would I know if anybody sells mandrake roots in New Orleans?
you don't come.
Is Isaac from New Orleans?
No, none of you are from this area, but yeah, you might be able to find a shop. But being tourists, you know, you might step on a few toes and get a few things wrong. But that's a chance you're gonna have to take.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So you drive along the main road as best you can with the knocking of the sort of exhaust underneath and grinding the sort of trim of the back axle wheel. Along the roads, parking up as you go, you leave a large grooving marks, and you can give me a group luck roll, please.
Oh, no.
I've got the lowest luck.
Oh, man.
I've got 31. Anyone got lower than that?
No. Oh, my God.
Moses, as you see the sort of garage in the distance, you're almost at your destination. Isaac, you just see parked up at the side a familiar face of an officer standing with his mouth open as you sort of grind your ruined car into the garage.
Hey, officer, you're never going to believe what happened to us.
You two get the car fixed. I'll deal with the cop.
The hell?
Oh, Doctor, go. You tell
around.
the officer.
Yeah, tell him.
I step out of the car and I make sure they get into the garage if the cop lets them, and I just walk up to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just walk straight past him.
That's just ignoring him. He's just standing there with his mouth open like a sort of toothpick in his lip. What the shit happened there?
Oh, we tried to run over an alligator.
Now, Missy, I warned you about alligators.
You sure did, officer. You sure did.
Give me a fast talk.
Okay. I'll push
What
it.
are you saying,
I'll push
definitely?
it. I just say. I say. I just have a really defeated look. I try to make it look like he's right and I'm wrong.
Okay.
I try to build up his pride.
He just looks at you, shakes his head. You tourist, you no idea what you're doing down here in the bayou, do you? You think we're just simple folk, but we've learned to live off this land, this hard land. You come in here with your fancy vehicle, thinking you just go off-road like that. Now look at it. That's some sorry state you have there.
I'm gonna offer him my hand and say, "Thank you for the tip on the garage. It's very helpful."
He sort of looks down at it, he's sort of like his brows knit together once more and go, huh. Takes it and shakes it roughly. Not a problem. But you better not be tangling with any of those gators again. That's
You're gonna stay far out of the bayou.
Yeah. Well, Billy Bob and the garage will have you sorted out in no time at all. You be careful now. Before you go, miss, he sort of licks a finger and flips open his book and starts writing out you tickets. Got a few tickets for you here.
Okay, I just keep my mouth shut and I take them.
All right.
My agency will pay for this.
As you're watching this, what is Isaac and Moses doing?
They swan on into the garage.
Yeah, looking for Billy Bob or Billy George or whoever is going to be owning the garage around here and trying to get a car fix.
There's an older gentleman setting out in front on the step, and he just watches you approach. He sort of stands up and sort of wipes his filthy hands on his filthy clothes, and sort of just holds one out and goes, "Hey there, how you doing? I'm Billy Bob. This is my here garage."
Billy Bob.
Nice.
Muddles, we need to be careful because obviously there's a dead body in the back.
I kind of look at him like,
He says out loud.
The man frowns and goes, "What?"
There's a, it's just smells, hey. Muddles, you better handle this one. I need to get something to eat. Is there someone to get something to eat around here, Billy Bob?
Yeah, I've got some grits out back. You can put some on.
Man.
All for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you could get those grits on, that'd be great. I am absolutely starving. Been a busy day.
I'm just looking at Isaac with like, are you serious?
And when I'm stressed, I gotta eat, and I am seriously stressed right now.
Yeah, I got shot. Ow.
Man, you've been wounded?
In the figurative sense, and I try and smile through the pain.
What? What's happened here? You've been wounded? You've got a dead body in the back? I'm gonna...
No.
Oh, no. It's figurative context, like our heart's been wounded. My wife of 3 years left me. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Ah, you give me a fast talk for that as he mulls that one over. And he just goes,
Well, look, we're both good liars.
some poetry, eh? That's quite some fast gentleman stuff you have there. I see. Well, I'll go get the wife to put the grits on, and they'll have a look at the vehicle.
Awesome, much
And he sort
obliged,
of,
sir.
shuffles off. Margaret, got customers looking for some grits. And you just hear from the back, I'll put them on. And yeah, he sort of like nods. He goes, "She got a bit of on." Now, vehicle. Let's have a look at it. He sort of shuffles over to the car and goes,
Wait. Before we get to the nitty gritty, can you you're a local, right?
"What makes you say that?"
You just have that lovely appeal, friend.
Right. Well,
Like this is the place you belong.
I do.
Home.
5 generations I belong here.
I give him an indulgent smile. That's very impressive. So you know the area.
I do, yeah. Me and the wife.
Do you know how to find? I kind of pull out the little shopping list and go, 3 mandrake roots. Grass moss. Ooh, no, wait, that's pretty self-explanatory. It grows on great.
What's that?
Fine.
What you saying there, boy?
Nothing. Just 3 large mandrake roots. Is there any
Mandrake?
location or preference? Yeah.
Oh, you can get in the swamp. Not a problem. Yeah, I could go get that for you. Maybe. Cost you though. Got to do the car up too, I suppose.
Yeah, we don't want to go back into the bayou. If you could, we
Oh,
would be most appreciative.
I guess not. Must have tackled with the gator. Look at the state of that. He sort of looks down and said, "Woo! Look at that. It's terrible."
I don't know about the gators, but I do know about the other populations, and they're not nice.
Yeah, you should see Cletus, the sheriff's cousin. He's quite damn handy with the values.
I can only imagine. I kind of smile at him.
He makes a fantastic catfish, though. If you try his catfish, it's really good.
How's his shrimp, perchance?
Oh, you know him. He's quite the chef. Yeah, quite the chef. Puts a bit of cayenne pepper on that, and woo, blow your head off.
Anyway, we'll get back to you about repairing the car. And I kind of look around at the sky. Is it still dark, or is it?
It's getting dark now. Yeah.
Okay, and I kind of look over to Isaac and go, kind of look towards the car boot, kind of just like, what should we do?
Okay, so
Can I be here?
Yes,
now?
you can. You can definitely be here.
Okay. I'm now part of this conversation.
so in a huddle, I'm going to quietly say, if this car's going to take a long time to get fixed, then we should think about see if he's got another one, and then we can distract him and maybe transfer the cargo. Because I don't want to be around and Cletus talks to his sheriff friend or uncle, and It's already become very obvious what's been going on, so I think we should get out of it quick.
Please bribe him.
You just need to get another car.
Respectfully, that's a terrible idea, Di. We're law enforcement officials. We can't just
Shut
be
up, Muddles.
bribing
That's a
people.
great idea.
I'm just saying.
We just need to get a car, and if that means giving him some cash to get his car and he can have this one, that's fine. And while someone's sorting that out with him, we can transfer the cargo to the other newer car and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Excuse me, Billy Bob.
Yeah, what do you want, Missy?
Do you have another car we could borrow while you're fixing this one?
Oh, I don't think I can actually fix this one. Looking at it, it looks more like a write-off to me. Look at that axle. What, you been driving with no wheels?
Do you have a car we can buy?
I've got a truck out back you could have. It's a doer-upper, but it goes.
Something with a trunk, maybe?
It's got a flat bed. You could put a top over it if you want.
Tarpaulin.
You have a tarp.
Tarpaulin. Excellent.
A tarpaulin, yeah, like a canvas. Put across.
All right, and I take out my wallet and I just take all the money in there, like $80.
Oh,
And I say, is this enough?
He sort of chews on his left and goes, "Oh, I don't know about that. It's an old relic. I used my grandpa's before he died. We got it for him for his 90th birthday. We did, yeah, we did. You can make me a credit roll to see if you can convince him."
Okay, only ever Mallory.
He just goes, "I'm probably gonna need a bit more, maybe 120 if you could split that between you."
I look at the other two.
You can see the twinkle, and he's sort of like he's sort of proper sort of raking you over the coals for this.
I rub the buckshot in my behind and I pull out my wallet.
Wait, no, group huddle.
Okay.
Time out, group huddle, go.
Look, we could just flash his badge and commandeer his vehicle. Flash our badges and take his car.
No, because then we'll have hillbillies chasing us all down the road for like ages.
Do we really want people to know we're operating in the area, especially considering what we're doing?
We just kill him.
Fine. No!
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Let's go half.
It's a joke. Look, let's. I can chuck in $20. I can chuck in $20.
I'm not paying the whole 80 then.
No, yes, you are. You already put your money forward. It's forfeit. Die.
Come on, Doc.
Me and
got
Isaac
the big
do
bucks.
20 each. Yeah. You're a big forensic
Fine.
scientist.
Whatever. I collect their money and I buy the car and the tarp, and hopefully his service is getting the mandrake roots.
Okay, so that's 120 he asked for. To get the mandrake roots, he just goes, 10 on top of that.
Isn't this enough?
I slide him the 10 and I'm just glaring at him the entire time.
We need 3 big ones.
I got him. And he actually goes into the house and pulls them out of the house instead. He has got them in the back. And he brings a plate for Isaac. He sort of gives you like a tin plate with the grits on it. They're steaming and they smell beautiful. A bit of melting butter in the middle.
Lovely job. I'll chuckle that down. While he was in the house getting the stuff, could we have done the transfer of the cargo?
Oh, you can try. Yeah, definitely you can try that. He's probably going to be away for about 5 minutes or so. The sheriff is still there though. He's not paying attention. He's sort of sitting in his car off the road, so maybe a couple paces down the road. But he's.
I'll go talk to him. Talk to him.
Before Diane goes to talk to him, I'll just stride up and say, potentially speaking, if you wanted to distract him, there was quite the commotion down at that whole Bayous debacle. I'm pretty sure 2 people are dead. I don't know how that happened. I didn't fire my gun. It just happened.
Are you telling him
Okay.
No, I'm telling Diane that, my partner. It could be
valuable.
You
I'll do my best. Just make it fast. I'll go saunter up to his window and talk to him for a little while.
All right.
Flutter your eyelashes and that. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No.
Dr. Cole is a sort of an upstanding member of the FBI. You'd never stoop to that level.
Sometimes needs must. Sometimes needs must.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk over to the policeman.
Okay.
Is the driver's side window facing the road?
No, it's the passenger seat window is facing the road. Okay. He sort of rolls his window down again and goes, "Miss, you hit another alligator already?"
Not yet, but while we were dealing with that alligator down in the bayou, we heard some gunshots. Is that any concern to you?
Well, it's probably hunters. My cousin Cletus is around here with my nephew somewhere. I was gonna have go down to the cookout afterwards. I told you about the catfish. Beautiful stuff that is.
Well, I heard somebody screaming actually.
Screaming, you see? Oh,
That's right.
that's interesting, huh? Usually it's whooping.
About
It's not whooping you heard. They whoop a lot.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard somebody yell help actually.
Just telling me now. You talked to me earlier, like 20 minutes ago. That's some...
Well, you know, I was very concerned with these tickets you gave me. It must have slipped my mind.
Make sure you pay them, because if they slip your mind, you'll find yourself in county jail.
Oh, of course, sir. It was about a mile up from the first time you stopped us.
You sort of pawns over. Give me a persuade roll.
Okay.
He just goes,
clicked
"God
it.
damn
Oh,
it,
there.
Cletus, what you got yourself into this time?" And he sort of like puts the car in gear and goes, "Right, all right, ma'am. Thanks for the information. I'll go check that one out."
Good luck.
You think I need luck? Oh, that's odd. As he pulls out onto the sort of road and see the car.
I yell. That's what Californians say.
Have a nice day.
Sorry, we killed your cousin and
we didn't kill his cousin. We killed someone else. Well, you killed someone else.
I didn't fire a shot.
Okay,
I
so
hit
you
back.
successfully sort of bamboozled the sheriff, and he's off to see what's happened to his cousin. He's probably not going to be thrilled when he gets back. Okay, so you're alone for a good like 5 minutes before the sort of Billy Bob comes back with the grits.
Transport the body. Put it in the
Definitely.
tarpaulin and all that, and hide it in the back of the truck under another
Wrapping the
tarpaulin.
shroud first as well.
Well, you do see the truck that he was talking off. He's in the back of the sort of the garage, and you can definitely try and do that. So I'm going to need a strength roll. Just one pass between the three of you is fine to pull the body out. Oh, there's a critical. Wow.
Baby.
All right, Isaac, do you want to just describe how you handle this? You throw the dead body over your shoulder?
Yeah, like a lump of meat. Chuck it over there. Go over to the truck and put it down. Wrap the tarpaulin around it and slide it to the back. And then get the rest of the tarpaulin, put it all over it and everything, and then kind of tie it all down so it's all just nice and tight and secure around the truck. And yeah, that'll be it done, I suppose.
So you make a good job of it, and making no sort of time at all of doing this job, and you sort of tie it down tight. And he sort of Billy Bob comes back as you finish up, and he just he spots you near his truck. He just frowns at you, just wanders over, goes, "It's your grits, like just like the wife makes them. Margaret is good grits. That's good. I see you found Betty the truck. So it's all yours. It's all yours. Not a problem."
Excellent, mighty fine grits, sir. Your compliments to your wife. These are the best grits I've had since I've been down this way. It's absolutely beautiful.
How How many seats are in this
There's
truck?
a sort of long seat in the sort of driver, so there's 3 seats. It's all like one bench in the front,
Oh, great.
so you could have to sort of sit up front, or you could sit in the back with the body.
I'm not going to do that.
The truck itself is rusty through on one side, and when you get into the cabin, you can actually see the road through the rusted floor as well. It's not in a good state, but it does turn over when you sort of like push the button and turn it on.
Billy Bob, do you have like a plank or something I can put in this hole in the floor? Put over this hole in the floor?
Give me 1 minute, ma'am. I'll just go get a plan for you. That's not a problem. And he sort of wanders off, and he sort of discards a bit of rusted metal. No, not good enough. That one just goes straight through that floor. Your little feet on the ground there. It's strange. And he sort of picks up another and goes, that's not bad. And he sort of pulls back a sort of big bit of wood, and he sort of stuffs it into the sort of the footwell of the car. There you go, man. That's right in that one. Do you want me to nail it down?
Would you?
Yeah, I've got some nails. You want some nails now? Okay, we'll get some nails. And he goes off and gets some nails and comes back and starts hammering into the frame, piercing the sort of rusted frame with the nail. Sort of gives it a shake. It moves a little bit. It's more secure now. He goes, hey, there you go. That's not too bad.
Thank you. Well, suppose it's time for us to leave then.
Oh yeah, let's get on your journey. It's getting dark. There's your mandrake roots. It's that was another $10 for them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We already paid.
Oh, that's right. You paid me for that, didn't you? So God, I'm getting old. You see, it sort of like just looks at you.
Let's get out of here, please.
Bye bye, Billy Bob.
Please try and salvage our vehicle at least. It is a federal vehicle.
Yeah, I actually want to take the license plate.
Okay, you take the license plate off of you. You just trying to go. I'll try my best, but it looks pretty much like a write-off to me. Better strip it for parts.
Sure, go ahead. Don't worry. Mitch will pay for this.
Problem, I can fence all these parts
Sure.
for you. That's not a problem.
Let's get out of here.
Vehicle guy, we're going to have to explain some shit. Okay.
Whatever you want to do with it, Billy Bob. Goodbye.
Bye, miss. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you
Very,
too.
very kind, that little,
Look,
lady.
we'll just say somebody stole it.
I'll put my foot on the accelerator.
All right, this car's got a huge V8 engine in it. This truck, and it actually got a lot of torque, and it throws you back in the seats as you sort of like accelerate onto the main road and make some distance. You hear the body rolling about in the back, clanking around in the sort of under the tarpaulin.
Oh, we should have tied that down.
Yeah, and as I'm driving, I'm kind of also looking at the list.
Okay.
We've got the spirit bottle.
Yes.
We need to head to the graveyard now. We can find some grave moss from there.
And the coffin wood, I believe. We also need a bone. So I think we're going to have to... Do we have any shovels?
Excuse me? This is the New Orleans
Yes.
graveyard. We don't need shovels.
I'm sorry, I'm from Wisconsin. I don't know the establishments, mausoleums and all.
You will know that New Orleans is built on a slightly raised area, just a little bit above sea level, which is why the bayou sits just south of the actual city itself. The water table is too high to bury the dead in the ground. They'll tend to be floating with the next heavy rains. So they build the mausoleums above the ground to hold them.
So we're gonna head to the Sinclair Cemetery. Is that right?
If that's the plan, yeah.
Sounds like
yes.
this course of action. That's where most of the stuff should be. But what concerns me is here on the list it says we need another person alive.
There's 3 of us. So I'm sure we can help in some way.
Can I make an occult roll to
Yes, you can make an occult roll.
Muddles, well done for volunteering. I like
subtleness.
your style.
Any second now, it's
It's
coming.
coming.
Where is it?
It's the
Just
anticipation.
wait.
So
Be patient.
Hurry up.
Be patient. Be patient. It's lagging.
Click it 5
okay,
times.
twice is enough. Yep. You know that hoodoo and voodoo tend not to use human sacrifices at all. It's very rare, that sort of thing. People do refer to zombies in the hoodoo culture as someone who is spirit dead, and sometimes not referring to the Walking Dead at all. They can be enslaved in this way, usually using the spirit bottles, in fact. But you think this might be far more nefarious and beyond the realms of the hoodoo or voodoo culture. The woman on the phone definitely seemed like she was into darker things.
I don't think it should be any of us. With the spirit bottles, it's possible to do some dark stuff, according to the things I've read. It should be someone
A child, maybe?
Isaac.
Did I say that?
I didn't notice how.
just getting really
That was
dark.
kind of fucked up, dude. That was kind of messed up.
You're implying that this woman's going to kill somebody.
Nothing of the sort. Just that what happens wouldn't be best to any of us.
Moses, I'm not on board if somebody's going to get hurt.
Me neither, but we've got to do this list. It's about the greater good. We've got to bring our friend back. He's very reliable.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay, we'll leave the human as the last item on our list.
Okay.
While we're driving to the graveyard, I want to take a closer look at these bottles. I think they would intrigue Diane. She wants to see why there's a light inside.
Okay, yeah, give me a spot hidden or an occult roll as you sort of study the bottles. Okay.
Would that give her a sanity bubble as well?
I'll push it. I'll
Sure.
push
What
it.
was you doing
It's
differently?
quite weird, isn't it?
I'm kind of like wiping the grime off of it.
Okay.
I open it.
Yeah, you open the bottle, you sort of pull the lid off, sort of infatuated what's inside it, and you see the swirling light within, and you're filled with a sense of deja vu. Give me a san roll as you see the corpse light. Okay, hold on 2 seconds, let's get the stats. Okay, so you take only 1 san loss from the corpse light, and you start getting nostalgic sort of feeling as you see a dark scene with a woman leaning over a sort of corpse in a basement. She's sort of licking the body clean. You feel this urgent feeling of dread as you see the way your future looks, and you can give me another san roll as you sort of like look into your own future. Okay, you're fine as you see the light seems to pass, and the bottle seems to feel weaker in your hand, like colder. You feel sort of an intense pain in your hand as you hold this bottle.
Is there any way to try and sort of stopper it before this light can
Give
escape?
me a dex roll, but first of all, what's Diane doing? For that.
Diane, I'm just putting the bottle down. I don't want to like drop it, but I'm just putting it down quickly.
Okay. And you want to give me a dex roll to try and snatch it and stopper it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm have to,
Yeah,
'cause
I'm
Muddles is
driving. I can't
right?
smash it unless you want me to crash.
It's not like
I'm sure you could try.
All right, you don't get to the bottom in time as you sort of see Diane just like put it aside, failing to stopper it, and you see this corpse light just leak out of this bottle. This erratic-looking light starts like moving around in the driver's cockpit with like an erratic butterfly-like movement, and everyone can give me a san roll for seeing it as it moves around.
Which color is it, perchance?
This
Is
is
it
the
the
orange one, yeah.
Do I go again?
No, you're fine.
While this is happening, I want to open up the window.
Okay, you roll down the window. Isaac, you lose 1 more san. Muddles, you're fine. You think this is the alien you came here to see.
Extraterrestrials.
It must be some kind of gas. Don't inhale it. It's a psychotic. Or it's,
What are you doing? Don't open them.
it's a drug.
Is it possible to make an occult roll to figure out how to get it back in the
that's a
bottle?
possibility.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
While driving, of course.
Okay, Moses, yeah, you reckon you just need to sort of swipe at it with the bottle, and it should, because of the way the sort of the spirit bottle set up, it should go back inside as long as it's stoppered.
Okay, forcing
I'll do it.
back
I'll do it.
into Diana's hand, I'm like, get it! Don't let it get away! We need it!
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Give me a dex roll to try and catch it. Okay, you bottle it again one more time, but it burns your skin with like a cold, freezing burn, Diana, as it passes through your hand. Take 1 damage, and yeah, you capture the corpse light again.
I put it down and I say, "That's there's some kind of strange gas," and I try to wrap up my hand and make myself feel better.
It's a spirit, Diane.
Well, Doc, you got some healing hands there, that's for sure. Crikey.
Can I try to help
Yeah, you can give me a
myself?
first aid roll.
Oh, I got 2 53s in a
Nice.
row.
Weird. Add 54 above that. Okay, yeah, you managed to bandage your hand. It's like a cold burn. You reckon it's probably maybe a 4th degree burn. Should be fine in time. You're not under a tap or two. You'll be okay.
Can I think of any kind of chemistry stuff that this could be?
Yeah, you can try. Give me a chemistry roll.
I don't have chemistry, but I have pharmacy.
Okay. No, that's nothing to do with pharmacy. Pharmacy is more pills and the human anatomy.
Yeah. Can I try medicine?
You can try medicine. Hard.
Okay.
Okay, extreme.
How's that?
So what would you like to know about the corpse light?
I want to see if there's some kind of earthly explanation for it.
Okay. Absolutely not, and you give me another SAN roll. It seems to take you back, but you're starting to believe now, and yeah, it makes you feel uneasy as you're holding something which defies science.
A small crate.
I'm sure there's some sort of explanations. We'll figure it out. We can bring one of these to a lab.
No, Diane, it's a spirit of the deceased.
Shut up, no, this is not a spirit.
Seeing is believing, Diane. I kind of just look back towards the road.
Excellent. All right, so it's probably maybe 45 minutes to an hour to get to St. Clair's cemetery from the sort of bottle tree, and the roads are mostly quiet this time of night. You see a few cars pass you by, sort of filled with locals, sort of like rubbernecking at you sort of 3 sort of muddy, like suit-wearing out-of-towners driving Billy Bob's truck. So St. Clair's graveyard is overgrown, and you're met with a crumbling, rusting through fence and gates that are covered in vines, and the cemetery itself seems to like sit in a sort of dark and silent moment as you approach it. It is a very old cemetery, and it seems to be surrounded by this large sort of fenced off and walled off sort of perimeter. The doors, the gateway looks like it's been chained and not opened in some time. You were told this was one of the older cemeteries in town, long forgotten, abandoned.
Can I see if I remember to get the box of bullets out of the old car?
Give me a luck roll for that, yeah.
Okay.
It looks like you did.
Okay, good. I refill my magazine and I put the bullets back in the glove box.
Sounds good. So, go on.
And yeah, I get out of the car and I take a good look around.
Okay. You take a good look around, and it seems like this cemetery seems to be from the early Creole period, and you notice that it seems to be mostly sort of very quiet outside. Not even the insects seem to bother you here. It's very serene and somber.
Looking around the graveyard, do I see any like fresh flowers or anything to indicate this people?
Well, first of all,
you
you got to break into the cemetery. It's got a locked gate.
I can't see like through
You can
the
see
fence.
through the fence mostly. It's like covered in vines, but you can see the first few sort of rows sort of leading down. There doesn't seem to be any fresh flowers on any of the graves that you can see here.
Okay, I turn back to the car and I say it's locked.
like that's ever stopped us. And as I get out of the car, I'll look at the list again and go, okay, coffin wood. That's pretty self-explanatory. The older, the better. We also need grave moss, which apparently grows on gravestones, and a human bone. The older
Moses.
find, the better. Huh? Yes?
Moses, honk the horn. I'm going to shoot the lock off.
Yeah, okay, partner. I gotta get back into the car.
What?
Hand on the horn.
Okay.
We just try and
I
break
look
it
at
off.
Isaac and go, I think. What do you
Bullet?
think?
If you think you can rip it off, go ahead and try.
Okay, Isaac, you've been challenged.
Is there any kind of, I don't know, sticks or bricks or stones around? We could, because you said it's really old, right? It's all rusty
Yeah.
and old, yeah.
There are all these things, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just pick something up and just hit it a couple of times and see if it breaks off.
As soon as you hit it once for the first time, it just shatters and comes apart.
I put my gun away.
There you go, Doc. Don't worry. Sometimes, save your bullets, Doc. Yeah. Let the big guys handle the big situations.
Okay. I'm the first one in.
Sure.
Okay, I'll follow behind.
Okay. You enter the cemetery proper, and you're confined to the sort of small, narrow passages between the tombs. The place seems to hold its breath as you enter, and you feel the sort of crawling sort of shiver come over you, and the cold sweat starting as you sort of feel the feeling of being watched. What would you like to do?
I want to look around for those flowers now and see if anybody's visited
Sure, give me a
recently.
spot.
Okay.
Yes, you can find a few flowers on a couple of the graves.
It should be closed now. I doubt anybody will come visiting, but perhaps somebody should keep watch.
Well, I kind of lost my gun in the swamp.
I kept watch last time. I'm not going to do it again. You don't need a gun. It's a graveyard.
I can keep watch. Don't panic, FBI dudes. I can
Are you
keep
sure,
watch.
Isaac?
You go and do your FBI stuff, and I'll
Just be less trigger, Isaac, man.
watch over you.
Alright,
Don't
then.
worry.
If I scream, come and start running.
Hey, you got Muddles with you. I'm sure he can take care of you.
To brandish my
I'm
knife.
sure he'll scream louder than I do.
Yeah, right. That won't happen.
All right, lead the way, Moses.
Okay.
Let's get grave moss first. That seems the easiest.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of grave moths on the sort of mausoleums. You can probably just harvest it as you go. But you can give me a sort of a listen roll as you do. Okay. You're collecting the moss, and you hear a sort of snuffling some way off on one of the other aisles.
Like an animal sort of snuffle. Or...
That'd be accurate, yeah.
I kind of look towards Diana and I make like a sign language gesture saying like someone else is here. I kind of brandish my nightstick and look around.
Yeah, I understand his gesture. We work together a
Sure.
lot. I kind of nod and I gesture for him to we're gonna flank it. He's gonna go in one side and I'll go in the other side
Okay. Both of you give me stealth
of the
rolls.
aisle. Okay. I'll spend the 2 luck.
All right. So you both sneak around in opposite directions, and you pass by Isaac as you do this, and he sort of looks at you confused as you walk up one of the other aisles, and you see a sort of black figure of a dog that seems to be snuffling at one of the gravestones, or it's the front of one of the mausoleums.
Isaac!
Oh, it's just a dog.
Yeah.
There's a dog over here. It's
Okay. Is it an
the
alligator?
dog, but dogs can be feral. Just come over here.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll approach with my gun out, and I'll try and look over to where they're
You
pointing.
also see a sort of dog in the distance as well.
Does it look mangy or?
It looks fairly sort of malnourished.
Isaac, do you have any food left over?
Okay, it's a dog.
Well, I guess just whistle at it.
Are you meant to be digging up one of these graves
What
or
if
what?
it attacks us? I don't want to get
We're going
raped.
into one of these graves?
Moses would just walk up to it and kind of try.
The more you stand here, the more chance it's got of coming over. Why don't you just get into one of the graves, get the coffin wood, and now we go?
Moses walks up to it.
He'd want to offer his hand first to, not make it uneasy.
Well,
It's a dog.
What?
are you
Dog!
are you approaching it?
Cautious.
What are
My
you
hand
doing?
offer it.
It moves into the mausoleum.
Muddles, you fool.
Like unnaturally so, like weirdly, occultishly so.
No, it's the mausoleum's open. This one's open.
Color was the dog, perchance.
It was black. I mean, it's nighttime. You can't really see much of the details. You weren't close enough.
I turned to the others. A black dog going into the mausoleum. It's a sign.
Not some kind of legend.
Oh, it's fact.
Can't we just go to another mausoleum? There's loads of them here.
Aren't there stories about black dogs in
It's
graveyards?
just the oldest mausoleum, and I kind of turned to the mausoleum the dog went into and corroborates my story.
The one that it goes into is old mausoleum. The name on it is Gaspard Rota. It's dated 1672.
Moses, are you really planning to rob a grave?
They don't need it anymore, Die. They're dead, and this is for the greater good.
This is illegal.
So is getting shot and attacked by alligators, but I'm not complaining.
And killing 2 people.
No,
Don't
it's
remember that
not.
bit.
I don't know about that.
Well, Di, we need some coffin wood and we need some bones. It seems to be about the best place to get them.
If there was a better choice, we would have taken it. There isn't a better choice. Trust me.
Fine. Do you still have that flashlight?
Do I still have that flashlight?
If you took it into the swamp, no.
Nope.
Isaac, do you have a flashlight or a lighter or anything?
And I thought that's what you FBI folks had. All this gear.
Smoke. Moses.
No.
Are there any shops around?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
But I'll need an answer of what you want to do here.
Are you going inside the... Are you going in there?
Is there like a piece of wood or like, I don't know, an old torch or something?
There's
Maybe.
there's branches lying around. Yeah, wooden branches are quite sort of dry as well. It's quite like late summer, so most of the sort of high ground will be dry.
I'll grab a branch then and maybe look for... Maybe, okay, I'll just rip some fabric off my clothes and try and wrap it around the stick.
Do any of these flowers on them also have like candles or anything?
Yeah, they will have sort of prayer candles as well, sort of white.
Are
No,
they
they're not.
lit? There's candles.
This is much cooler though. Anyone got a lighter?
I'm gonna say probably one of you at least will have a lighter. Yeah, fairly common item in the 20s.
Isaac.
Okay, so you have a torch, a burning torch. So
I take a candle.
would you like to douse it in gasoline first?
No.
Hey, just giving you options.
Do any of them have like a? Do any of them have like a saucer they're sitting on?
Yeah, a little saucer
Like
with a handle, like a little looped hand.
Yeah, I'll take one of those old timey 1800s saucer candles, and I'll have Isaac light it too.
So you have a tiny candle, and he has a flaming, burning, like torch. Like he's part of the Bible or something.
Well, Moses,
Okay, so
I'll cover the flank. You two go in first.
Okay.
Isaac.
okay, I'm gonna walk forward, just behind Muddles, with my gun drawn.
Yeah, in my other hand, I'll have my nightstick brandish.
I have my gun and I'm walking the back. I'm like an action movie.
Both of you made stealth rolls, but good old Isaac has not. Isaac, can you give me your stealth roll now?
Oh, sorry.
Excellent. Okay. Would you like to push that roll or spend 10 luck?
50, dude.
I'm gonna I'm gonna push it. Because what I'm doing is I'm gonna, instead of sort of just brazenly walking up, I'm trying to keep out of the torchlight as much as possible and sort of quietly tread, rather than kind of be right next to the torchlight.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, you managed to sneak up on the
Nice.
actual grave itself, and you peer inside, and you don't see the hound inside at all. It is empty. In the middle of the sort of mausoleum lies a large stone crypt with its lid slightly off, and the back of the mausoleum has a spot like a hole in the back where you can crawl through to get out to the other side.
The dog must have went through here.
Let's hope so.
Come on, one of you guys help me with this coffin lid. We can get a bone from here.
I'm gonna walk out. I don't want to watch this.
All right. Desecration of a graveyard, 101. You give me a strength roll to lift the lid. Oh, wow. Isaac just flips it off. Well, you describe how you do it, Moses, what you're doing.
He grabs the other end, I imagine, and they just heft it up with vigor.
Okay. Do you set it down lightly, or do you throw it?
Yeah.
Lightly, which I call it, I
Fair,
imagine.
fair. Yes, you are. Inside is the coffin of the dead man, Gaspard. It seems like a fairly ornate, sort of very sort of early colonial-looking style, and yeah, this was a man of some repute.
I take.
So we want
you
the
do,
coffin
you
wood, right?
Coffin wood, and
This
you
is
do-
stone, though, isn't it?
Sorry.
This is stone, though, isn't it?
There's a crypt, and inside is a coffin. Where you put bodies. They don't just throw the bodies into the stone.
Yeah.
They put them in coffins first.
I'll take both of his femurs then, if that's quite alright.
You're gonna have to open the lid of the thing first. But yeah, you can definitely open it. It's sort of burst open with a sort of.
While he's opening the coffin, I'm going to pick up my gun again and sort of cover the area and just have a look around, make sure nothing's approaching.
Sure. You can give me a luck roll, Moses, as you open the coffin.
If you're not lucky.
I'm not. I'm really.
There's sort of splitting, peeling creak as you pull open the lid, and it sort of falls apart, and it's like sort of the wood sort of groans as you open the lid. Inside is the decimated remains of Gaspard, and yes, you can definitely take one of his bones, but in the distance you hear a deathly howl.
I'm outside. Can I see where it came
Being
from?
outside is worse. The death cry of this hound sort of fills you with absolute dread as it pierces to your primal soul, and you can give me a SAN roll.
Wow, I'm really on the
You
number.
are, but you're fine, and you just think, "No shit, this dog is coming back. It's heard us."
Can I tell which direction it
Yeah,
came
it's
from?
further back into into the actual cemetery. You're not sure where it is, but it's definitely one of the far corners.
I just ready my gun, ready to shoot at whatever comes running at me, and I call in, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an extra bone in case, just in case the first bone doesn't cut it.
A collector.
What?
Excellent. So what's Isaac doing while Moses is robbing the dead?
Well, I'm keeping watch with the gun, but if there's a where he's ripped open the top the lid, if there's a big hunk of wood from that lid, then I'm just gonna pick that up out of there and just put it under my arm and holding my gun. Yeah, just a big enough bit. I'll take the whole thing if I can grab it and pick up what I can.
Nails are sort of rusted through, so you just yank the whole lid off, and now you have a lid. And he has 3 bones, and yeah, Cole has fear in her heart as you step outside, and you two both also hear the primal death cry of the hound as it pierces the sky once more. And you two can give me a SAN roll. Okay. Excellent. Both of you are absolutely fine as the sort of cry comes up, and you can all give me spot hidden as well. Oh, Moses, you look in
Ooh,
the
pretty
correct
cool.
direction, which is up into the sky, and you can see in the sky this hound like floating in the air, about 12 feet above the actual cemetery itself, peering down, sort of dripping sliver onto the roof of one of the mausoleums. Its lips peel back and large, sort of a luminous green teeth sort of growl and gnash at you, and you can give me a sand roll for seeing the hound.
Ah,
You take D6.
Oops.
Okay, that is 4. Let me know if you're near your sort of limit.
1/5, correct?
Indeed.
He's
It looks-
okay.
Yeah, I'm at my limit actually. It's
Yeah, just stick in your starting value on the right hand side, the small little box, and it will auto calculate it and put it in the left hand box for you. Okay. So yes, this hound growls at you, and it starts to pad through the sort of the atmosphere. And yeah, what do you want to do, Moses? As you let out a cry.
yeah, I'm at 1/5 of my sanity.
Okay. Give me a roll on the table, please, real time. Okay.
Ah,
I'm gonna say you have a phobia of dead bodies and the grave now, and you're holding 3 bones. You can ignore your phobia with a disadvantage to hold onto them if you wish. But yeah,
okay. Is Isaac carrying like a coffin lid?
he is indeed.
I'm gonna look at it and
Yep.
go, it's an alien, it's an alien! Oh god, there's bodies everywhere. Just take these. We need both of them, but I can't hold them. Just do this for me. I'll just throw the bodies into his like spare arm.
Okay.
With the bones.
I was gonna
That's
say,
holding the gun.
Yeah, that's holding the gun.
I'll take them. Just give them to me. No, I'm not holding anything. I have my
How's it going,
gun and a candle, but I can drop the candle.
neither of you have been told about this hound yet, because neither of you.
Nope.
What's wrong with you?
He's-
What's wrong with you, man?
Everything's an alien to him.
The alien, it's up there, it's up there! Which I'm pointing with.
Do you follow his pointing gaze?
Yeah, I'll
Both
look.
of you see the sort of black shape hanging in the air with its peeled black lips as it starts to move towards you with a padding pace. And both of you can give me a sand rolls, please. That's a D6 for Cole, and it is 0 for Isaac. Isaac, apparently you've seen floating dogs before. This is nothing new to you. You always knew these things existed.
Dogs is dogs.
Fair enough.
Dogs is dogs.
All right, it's going to move towards to attack you. It's going to go for one of you randomly, but I'll give you a chance to run first if you wish, or whatever you want to do. It's up to you.
Run.
Get the fuck out of the dodge.
As I got my gun drawn, can I shoot it?
You can, yeah, sure.
Now it's gonna be mad at you. I learned my lesson shooting at animals.
Well, is everyone else just
Yeah, I
legging
got
it,
it.
or are we? Okay. So I'm gonna hold the coffin lid over my head and run.
So you're using it as a defense. I'm going to give you 2 armor for the coffin lid.
Yes.
As you sort of like run towards the car, and the thing is going to basically catch up with you very, very fast, and it's going to go for you, Isaac, because you're the biggest target with the coffin lid as well. So it is going to try to attack you.
Yeah.
All right. So you take
Bring it
5
on.
damage unless you
Ouch.
can dodge with a hard or better, or you can fight back and hope for an extreme. It's up to you.
I'll
Okay.
just try and fight. I'll try and
Um,
shoot it.
It's kind of close one, but that's fine. That makes sense since it's floating.
I can hit it. I can hit it
Yeah.
with a coffin lid because that's probably more obvious, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're just
You
fighting
need extreme
brawl.
roll to hit it. Oh, unfortunately. Okay. So you swing the lid at it, and it sort of like skips back in the air, and it just swooshes. You swoosh the lid at it, and it misses. It snarls at you and darts towards Diane instead.
Ah!
Okay.
Can I
can,
shoot
yeah.
it? Okay. Wish me luck.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, so that is 8. Okay. Right. You see it sort of tumble out of the air and land on the grass, and it starts to right itself. A smear of a luminous-looking blood dripping from an open wound in its chest. Seems to sort of coagulate with a sort of like reddening, ruddy orange glow.
I keep running.
Okay.
Shut up.
What is Moses doing?
Can I make an occult roll to try and determine, what the frick this is?
Okay. You can try.
I knew these are real things. I knew about this. I know what it is.
Know anything?
Okay. So you're pretty sure you've heard of ghoul dogs before or something similar, and that seems to fit the description. Some sort of animal which has been eating the dead and transformed into a monstrosity. You've definitely heard of the human counterpart, but these things you've never seen before. It is a unique thing amongst the sort of rumors of the occult society.
What is their reaction to fire, perchance?
Well, most animals run from fire.
Okay, I'm gonna just seeing it attack Isaac, trying to savage Isaac. I'm gonna slow down a bit, turn around, and maybe try and lunge at it with my torch and try and burn its snout.
Give me a brawl roll.
if I can.
Will Moses go?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So it's going to brawl back, and it fails. And you can give me your damage plus the fire damage as well. So basically, you light it on fire for 1 damage as well as your D3 plus damage bonus if you got it. Oh, D4 because it's a stick. Sorry.
Oh,
Right, you actually beat it pretty hard, and you break this stick over its snout and setting it on fire. It starts to yelping and running off.
Can I shoot it again as it runs away?
Well
You
done,
can.
Muddles.
You can take a steady shot.
Okay.
Okay, you want to describe how you kill it?
Ooh.
I just shoot it out of the sky. no theatrics.
Tumbles and comes colliding with one of the mausoleums and lies dead at its foot.
You did it, Di! You killed an alien!
Let's get out of
We've
here.
got to take the body. We've got to take the body.
That bottle really had something crazy in it.
No, we can take the body. It's an alien. It's a live alien. We're heroes. We can show everybody else. Aliens exist.
Yeah,
Muddles, we're leaving.
it's on
And if
fire.
Muddles doesn't want to leave, I'm going to
Okay.
grab him and pull him.
I kind of leave reluctantly as he's pulling me, going, "What about the alien?"
While they're walking away, I want to give it a quick glance and see if it's like a normal dog.
It looks again very malnourished, and it seems to have larger than normal canines, and its paws are sort of almost like cruel talons rather than normal paws. It's also lankier and sort of larger than a normal sort of domestic dog. It looks incredibly savage, something from nightmares.
Am I able to like yank out one of its teeth
Can if
or
you want,
something?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to take a tooth and drop it in my bag and to look at it
You
later.
get a hound tooth. Not a problem. So Dr. Diane Cole does some ghoulish surgery as you sort of clamber back into the car. Okay, where to next? You have scored off most of your list. You only have 1 pertaining left, and then it's off to Miss Delassixe.
Just need a person, guys.
Where are we meant to get the person?
Before we do that, do you want to have a look at Isaac? He took that dog where the alien
Homeless
savaged
shelter?
him quite a bit. You want to treat him a bit before we get
Right.
a person?
Yeah, I'll try to make Isaac feel better.
You can give me a medicine roll. Sorry,
Certainly
yep,
hurts.
that's a fast talk, but I think you're under 60.
Yeah, my medicine's 60. I mean, my first
Isaac,
aid.
she lies to you and makes you better.
You're not going to die.
Hard a bit. Okay. So yeah, you get 1 health back, and yeah, give me a group luck roll as well.
That's you, Moses.
Okay. You spot a familiar cruiser moving on the road past the cemetery.
Uh-oh.
That's a person.
Hide, hide, hide! Get under the dash! Quickly.
If you all want to give me a stealth roll for hiding, that's fine.
Is it?
Jeez. Okay, it's just Diane who's filled this.
I'll just get out of the car.
Yeah, under the car. Okay.
No, get
Okay,
out of
sure,
the
truck.
car.
You sure? You can get out of the car and give me a stealth roll again if you want to push it.
Oh no, I'm not pushing it. I'm just like greeting
Okay.
him as he pulls
I
up
see.
to us.
Okay. He does
No.
spot you, Diana, as you sort of get out of the car, and he sort of turns the cruise around and does a U-turn and comes back. Stopping outside the cemetery, he gets out his cruiser and approaches. Miss, I think I need to talk to you.
Okay, and I kind of walk around him to get him to face away from the car.
He follows your gaze and keeps you in his vision. I think I need to talk to your friends as well. I heard there was some shooting down the bayou, and I heard they were involved.
I don't know anything about shooting. Well, I did shoot actually. I shot an alligator.
Yeah, I heard you're hurting animals as well. But
As this is happening, I'm gonna try and sneak behind him with my nightstick.
all right, you
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's fine. You've got extreme. You can do this.
I wanna, when I have the opportunity, bump him
top.
across the head with my nightstick.
Sure. He just goes, my nephew drowned when he was choking on a punctured lung. Did you know that, miss? He was screaming for his pappy, and he couldn't even get there because his pappy was dead. You know why he was dead? Because some fat fool threw a bullet into a fire. That was your friend, miss. That was your friend.
I just stare at him. I just stare at him in the eye, in his eyes while he's talking to me. in my field of vision, I just see Moses walking up behind him with a nightstick.
Okay, Moses is all you get. A 3 hit on him, 2 bonus dice to hit this guy. Okay, yeah, you want to describe how you send them out cold?
Gently, like putting a babe to sleep, like just a gentle nosh on the head. And I kind of try and catch him as he falls so he doesn't hurt himself further.
Okay, you give me a dex roll to see if you can catch him.
Can
No,
I
it's-
catch him?
it's fine.
Oh,
Another
wow.
critical success. You
Ooh.
catch him like a lover catches his love, and yeah, you could caress him gently to the floor.
Now go to sleep. Go to sleep. Everything's fine.
Can I take his gun out of his holster and put it in the Moses's?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Hey, Moses and Di, we've got our last item now, right?
Yes, I think so.
I rip up my parking tickets.
Oh my god.
We got our last item. We got the human and is alive.
Okay, load
We
him up
have
in the back.
I want to.
Nice.
I
Off
want
the
to.
list. Cross it off the list.
I want
We
to
go.
take that notebook he's been taking notes in. I just want to rip it up.
Sure. You take the notebook off him and just yeah.
Yeah, just ripping it up, getting rid of the evidence. And I take his hat off his head and like toss it next to the dead dog in the
Wow, you're
in the
framing the
graveyard.
dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, shit! We can use the car as well. We put the sirens on, and we can get to where we need quick.
I don't think we should take that car. We don't want anything to do with this.
Link us to the. Let's just get this done. We've got the last item on our list. Let's get this over with. Let's see this voodoo queen.
Okay, well, make sure you bind and gag him. Bind him, gag him
He has
good.
handcuffs.
He does, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'll do it.
All right, you take the good share of capture. He's done nothing to you. You've destroyed his state and his family, and now his own life. As you bundle them into the back of Billy Bob's ute or truck and tie him down next to the sort of bloated and fetid corpse.
Gag him. We also
Yes,
gag him.
okay, you gag him.
Of course.
And
Definitely.
Oh my god.
Diane's just mentally checking out now.
Okay. Yeah, probably way past FBI protocol, this one.
I'm smiling wildly as I look down the road. Everything's fine. Let's just get this over with.
Okay, so you get back in the sort of truck and you're off to see Miss Delassixe. I was gonna say it's gonna take you maybe another 45 minutes to get to her shop, and you find it on one of the sort of outside the city's sort of small sort of almost like ghetto-ish type areas. It's quite.
During this drive, can I do medicine on somebody?
Yeah, you can actually. Yeah, you've got enough time. It's going to be hard roll because it's not ideal conditions.
That'd be
Okay, who's more hurt?
Isaac.
Okay, Isaac, cross your fingers.
yeah.
Sorry. I'll push it.
Well
Ooh.
yeah, Dace be back. Yeah, and if you like. Oh,
I'll
there
roll
he is.
that.
Oh.
You can do it. Go ahead.
That's fine. We'll take the one, shall we? Okay. So yeah, you heal one. That's not too bad. You sort of knit back together the sort of bite wounds of the sort of hound. In fact, actually, give me a first aid
Thanks
roll.
very
You never
much,
actually
Doc.
rolled for the wound on from the. Yeah, there you go. So you get 2 back. Okay.
Oh my god.
So you found a sort of like a whitewashed building with Dellassixe's address on it, and a small side alley which leads down a sort of flight of stairs to a small sort of like old-fashioned like window filled with sort of bric-a-brac and sort of occult paraphernalia. Looking inside, there's a soft orange glow from within. And behind a sort of large old oak counter, an oldish woman is packing away some sort of herbs, counting it and weighing it, and packaging them away. What would you like to do?
Moses would be getting all the items needed from the list together in like a nice little dignified bundle.
I greet the woman.
You open the door. Going in. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a small tinkle of the shop, the door as you open it, and you sort of greeted with the smell of cinnamon spices and sort of the sort of earthy sort of smell of wood as you walk into the store. She looks up at the noise, and she looks like she's maybe about 60 as she sort of like gives you a wide smile and says, "Right, you're here. I see you made it then. Have you gotten everything you...
We've got it all. Everything on the list.
If we get arrested, I'm blaming it on you.
At her or him?
I'm saying it to the woman.
She just looks at you quietly. Right, I see. I never forced you to do anything. Remember that? I just gave you an option. Everything on that
You can do this though, right?
is up.
You can bring them back.
I can. You'll have your conversation, and then we'll take it from there. But before we get started, there's one last thing on that list you need to give me.
I sigh sadly and I kind of fish out of my pocket the meteor rock I carry around. I kind of look at it forlornly. And I look at the other two and go, "What have you got?"
I didn't bring my personal object. Mine's a dog.
I see. Well then.
I didn't bring my dog. Can I give her like my my wallet, my ID?
She looks at you and she accepts that. I'll take your badge, officer.
Not my badge, just my driver's license.
Yes, be something of value to you. Where the driving license is part of your identity, you do not value it. You evaluate things from personal worth. Your badge means a lot to you, miss.
I look at Moses.
Come on, we'll get
Well,
you
so-
another.
Fine.
Thank you.
I give her my badge.
And she turns her gaze on Isaac, the large man, and she goes, "My, why aren't you such a large man? What do you have for little old me?"
I hand over my my engraved revolver.
Thank you. That is quite the offering. I can tell that means a lot to you, sir. And I shall hold these items over you. If you should, well, do anything afterwards, I will have these things. And we will take that from there. With that, she takes the items and she locks them away.
So we'll get them back.
Before we get this show on the road, regarding one of the items on the list, the person, you're not going to, usually from my studies, voodoo doesn't. I would hate to think, you're just gonna.
Are you going to kill him?
Yeah.
She makes a sour face at you, sort of pursing her lips. My, that is quite a forward question. I am not talking about voodoo here, or hoodoo. I am talking about something deeper, something more malevolent. You did not ask me to perform any voodoo rites. This is something else. And I...
Like extraterrestrials, perchance.
Do not interrupt me, sir. I am a... man.
I'm sorry, Voodoo Queen.
Thank you. I do not believe in aliens. That is a silly prospect, sir. I am
I nod.
not gonna kill the man at all.
Me
I will
too.
personally guarantee I will not touch him.
Is he going to get hurt?
Most likely.
How badly?
That is depending on how well this ritual goes.
Right. And our personal items, are you going to give those back to us when it's done?
You'll get them back if everything goes well and nothing is untoward. If anything
Great.
does go wrong, you'll get them back. But, well,
Can I give her a psychology roll?
Jan.
Like if she's telling the truth here.
I'll go too, if that's okay. Oh, I don't need to.
Moses, you think that she's pretty unhinged. She's not what you expected her to be, and you think she has a bit of a megalomaniac about her. She's quite excited about doing this ritual.
Just checking, this ritual won't change any of us, correct? We're not part of this. It's you and the dead man and the person we're offering you.
To make your connection, you're gonna have to drink the brew. So maybe, I cannot say, but you should be fine, as long as you don't have a bad reaction.
Reaction.
Well, some people don't take well to it. They're sick and so forth.
Can I see this brew?
One time, let's get started. Enough prattling questions. And she leads you through to the back. There's a sort of a change of atmosphere as you sort of leave the sort of the calm of the shop and you end up in a stark and sort of filthy room. It's not a lot here apart from a side cabinet that seems to hold some wicked tools of trade, and there seems to be shackles on the floor.
The live one or the dead one?
The dead one. The live one goes here, and she points to the shackles.
Right.
Okay. Models, let's go and get these.
Yeah,
offerings.
Isaac. Janice, just Diane, wait here.
Janice.
Freudian slip. Wait here, Diane.
I'll just stand still with my arms crossed and just like stare at her.
She'll stare intently back and just smile at you. You do not believe me.
None of this makes any sense.
Well, you will witness. Do not worry yourself. And with that, you can drag the bodies into the room. She lays has the sort of large, the dead man laid out on a sort of tarpaulin in the back of the room, and the sheriff is shackled to the floor in the middle. She looks around the dead man, and she sort of tuts at you, going, "Oh, that's a shame. He's quite far gone. This is going to be tougher now. You should have been more careful with him."
Regrettably, we had circumstances that delayed and hindered us.
Very well. Give me the other pieces of the list, and can you put them in here? She points to a mortal and pestle. While I'm doing this, I want you to grind up the mandrake and the coffin wood into this, along with the moss, and make a sort of paste.
As long as I don't have to touch things.
We've got two zombie bottles. There's a red one and a blue one, or orange one and a blue one.
You were lifted up. That's correct. You did. Lifted up by Torvald and Dean.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So you do have both the bottles. She goes,
Yeah.
That's very good. I should have been more specific. And she reaches for the sort of blue one. Thank you kindly. That one can be let free. It's not long for this world.
How do they differ, if you don't mind me asking?
Just the temperance of them. Some are calm and easy to work with. Others are more violent and like to act up. They're uppity. That's what's a good word to describe them.
Can I use pharmacy to grind up all this stuff?
Yeah, you can. Yep, be excellent. Okay, you're doing a poor job.
I'll push it.
Oh god.
Okay.
There you go.
She just says to Isaac, "Could you help me with the body, please?"
Yeah, okay. Little Missy,
You,
okay.
hold him up as I perform this. It makes it easier. The dead
Is
one.
this the live or dead one?
Give me a strength. I'll just hold it.
Oh. Yep.
Okay. You struggle.
Maybe you should make Moses do it.
Can I sort of brace myself a bit more and kind of push up and try and push the roll?
Excellent. You sort of hold
There
it
you
up
go.
under the sort of armpits, and she starts licking the face, starting with the eyeballs, and muttering to herself. It disgusts you as she sort of moves around the sort of face, licking the ears into the earlobes.
I've seen this before.
Whispering into it gleefully.
Moses, this woman's insane.
Can I make an occult roll to see if I determine any insights into what's happening here?
Sure. Yeah.
Gotta push it. I wanna push it.
You can. What you
I
do?
rack my brains for old voodoo-orientated stories and kind of place my hand on my chin and rub it speculatively.
Okay. She's cleansing the body. Essentially.
I turn to Diane and go, yes, she's cleansing the body.
You're really off your rocker, Moses.
Oh, what? The flying dogs is too hard to breathe.
You just inhaled something from that bottle.
Convenient. Anyway, watch.
She snatches a sort of long metal thin tube from the side cabinet and jams it into the sort of kidney area of the body, and the whole body starts to wheeze as it lets out sort of this gaseous fluid. It sort of starts to sort of erupt from this hollow pipe. She holds a bowl under it as it fills, and she starts to sort of murmur and chew.
Can I tell what that stuff is?
Yeah, you've been around dead bodies before. This is like the
That's
sort
what-
of putrid innards and gaseous sort of build up that's in most dead bodies.
I kind of just make a disgusted face and I look at Moses. Very, very upset.
I'm watching intently.
She fills at least 4 bowls, and then she moves over to Diane and says, "Add some of your paste to each of these."
How much?
Can you divide by 4, missy?
I can try.
I'm glad.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. She starts mixing them in, and then she passes each of you a bowl. She says to Isaac, "You can put him down now."
I lower him to the floor.
You have a fetid mixture in your hands, in this sort of like it's like a wooden bowl. It's probably the sort of a good well, a liter worth of liquid each.
Wait, is his disgusting body fluid in this?
Yes.
And she wants me to drink this?
It's the fluid along with the mandrake, along with the
Mandrake.
moss and the coffin wood. It's the mixture of all 4 things.
Do you want me to drink this?
Yes, I do.
Come on, Die. Go ahead. We need to do this.
What? There's mandrake in this.
I start gulping it down.
Good boy.
I'm hungry anyway.
Miss Cole, you will know or should know that it's a powerful hallucinogenic with the right dosage. And from your size, I believe I've got the right dosage. That you'll have an out-of-body experience, so connect with the spirit realm, and then you can talk to this man.
Why doesn't Moses just talk to him and I'll stay here in the mortal realm?
Oh, we need you as well, Die. You're part of this now.
If you do not take it, then I cannot trust you. We have gone too far to turn back now.
I look at.
All of us must drink.
I watch Isaac very closely to see how he reacts to drinking it.
Okay. Isaac, give me a con roll. Excellent. You keep it down. You gag and splutter, but you gag down the entire sort of liter of liquid. It is putrid and fills you with disgust as it slips sort of viscously down your throat.
Lovely.
I pinch my nose and I sip it.
Do not sip it, miss. That is the worst thing you can do. Get it down, or I'll hold you down and force it down your throat.
Fine. I pinch my nose and I force it down my throat.
Good job. Okay, give me a con roll. Excellent. You choke it back with a chagrin.
Ooh.
And look at her with triumph as you do not puke it back up. She ignores you and turns to Muddles.
No muddles.
Sir, I do believe we're mostly here for you, and you are last to drink. I am disappointed.
I figured I'd let my friends do it first, you know. It's nice of them, and I kind of raise the glass and go, What about you? Are you taking a sip of this brew?
Of course. She grabs her bowl and downs it, and sort of reels back and just holds her bowl up and smashes it against the ground. You see, I am powerful.
You most certainly are, Voodoo Queen. And with that, I'll raise my glass and take a massive swig and down it.
Excellent. Everyone keeps it down. All right. She turns to you, grabs the voodoo bottle off of the side cabinet and smashes it at her feet. Says, "Spirit, come to me. Enter my body. Tell me how I can serve." And the small sort of corpse light sort of like swooshes up and starts to meld with her. And you can all give me a power roll as she starts to chant.
I'll spend the 3 luck.
Okay. So Moses, you fail, but everyone else passes. Do you want to push that roll, Moses?
Yeah. I'll push the roll. I'll try and focus on the important things in my life and try to project them outwards or something.
Okay. you're sort of taken over, and you fall to your knees, Moses, as you sort of see the spirit realm come into stark contrast with the shadows and flickering light of this room. They start to dance and engulf you, and shadows start to slip down into your mouth. Can you get a sand roll, please?
Ooh. Ah.
Okay, you take D4.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to come back to you in 1 second. The others in the room, you see the Miss Delassixe start writhing on the floor in sort of agony as she says, "You must repeat these words," and she starts chanting. And you need to make further power rolls.
Jesus. I'll push it.
Okay, what are you doing different?
Yeah.
I start like looking at her like she's having a seizure. I'm not really paying attention, and I guess I'm letting my thoughts take over or something. I don't know how to push power.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, it's like willpower. It's your will to do something. Weak-willed people are easily manipulated and that sort of stuff. But Diane, your skeptical mind and sort of like dismissal is shattered as the sort of shadows of this room start to like leak over to you and start to envelop you, engulfing your body and pushing itself like forcing itself into your ears and your eyes and your mouth, and you start to drown in the tar of the shadow realm. And you can give me a sand roll as well.
Ow. I failed.
Yep. D4, please. Okay. Isaac, you're the only one which holds the chant and steers the spirit back into the soul of this dead man. And with that, you see one of his eyelids flicker open. In the shadow realm, or the realm of the dead, Moses stands along with Diane on a sea of bones. In the center, a large figure stands over you imposingly. It is a demon with no eyes and no arms. Its like writhing body ends in a massive head of sort of eyes and teeth that sort of bear down on you. It looks at you, and you seem to be holding bones in your hands.
Do I know Diane's here?
Yeah, you can.
I
both
look
see
at
each other.
Diane and go, I think it's an alien, Di.
I just rub my temples. And I look up at it, and I'm holding the bones, and I just say, "What?"
I kind of nudge into her, like telling her to keep her tone respectful. Greater being from beyond the stars, we beseech you.
It looks down at you, and it starts to like writhe and turn to mist. A black sort of wind starts to whip up, and you need to make me a sand roll as this entity starts to move towards you. If you fail, it's D20. If you pass, it's D4.
Jesus, Moses.
What sanity, precious?
Okay. So you have one action here as you sort of as this thing sort of bears down at you. What do you want to do? It's not answering questions, that's for sure.
Well, seeing as I'm a bit taken up at the moment, I'll let Diane answer first.
Sure.
Can I run away?
You look around and you're in a plane of like just bones. There is nowhere to run but across these bones, and it is moving towards you.
Yeah, I'll run away.
Okay. Holding onto the bone, you turn around and flee, leaving Moses to face the music himself. Moses, give me a roll to tail, please.
A roll for
It's
what?
just
The real-time Stanley loss, please. the sanity roll. You just lost 15.
Ah,
Sanity.
a phobia.
You got a second phobia,
Yeah.
and you're surrounded in bones, and I did believe you are a phobia of that already. So I'm going to say you have a phobia of death in general now. It scares you beyond belief, and from now on, you're trying to avoid anything to do with death.
Okay, so while this is happening and my mind's literally breaking, can I perhaps search my psyche for anything relating to this in the occultish circles?
Well, you can give me an intelligence roll.
Can I do that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I push it? Can I push it?
you can. Okay, you both realize you're holding offerings to the god of the dead.
I
Perhaps
drop.
you should give it to him.
I drop them. Oh, give it to him.
He dropped the bone.
Okay, I'll like,
Well,
Yeah.
I'll give it to him then.
I'll fall to one knee, eyes completely shut, and offer it, kind of trying not to look at all this death around me, traumatized beyond all belief.
excellent. You appease the god and give it offerings, and we'll go back to Isaac. Isaac, you see both Dr. Diane Cole and Moses Vulpa sort of writhing and sort of frothing at the mouth on the floor as the man who's been dead in your car for 4 days starts to try and stand, moaning and screaming as he does. Give me a sand roll. Okay, you're fine. You were expecting this. This is fine.
Oh yeah.
Not a problem. Lady, Miss Delassixe sort of looks at you and says, Isaac, you better move away quick now. Okay. The
away
body
quick.
starts to stand proper, and it shrieks and starts to shamble forward. Delassixe moves over to the sheriff on the ground and draws a knife and pulls the anathema across his chest, opening a wound. Here, eat. And she steps back. The shambling figure moves towards it. It finds the good sheriff on the ground and starts to devour him, starting with his fingers, crunching and ripping them off. The man wakes up and
Uh-oh.
screams.
Well, okay. Try not to look, I guess. Just okay. When can I answer my question, Miss Delassixe? There, can I ask a question yet, or what?
She looks at you and smiles through a crazed sort of look, and she says, "Let it eat first, and you can ask questions after dinner."
How many fingers does it need to eat? I mean, is one, two?
It varies. I'm not sure how much this one will feed. He looks rather bloated.
I guess that's good. And yeah, just kind of keep my eyes on Mr. Lassie. Kind of, yeah, just give me the thumbs up when it's ready. You know?
She takes a seat and crosses her legs on the ground and nods curtly as she smiles, watching the man screaming as if eaten alive. It takes about 10 minutes for him to die as it rips open his belly and starts to greedily eat his intestines and ripping out his liver. He just pleads and begs for his life at you, Isaac. You can give me a sand roll as you watch the man.
That's
Psychopathy.
fine.
You can try and save him at any time.
Yeah. So I'll easy. Maybe. Can I put him out of his misery? Maybe.
If you like, yeah, you can shoot him in the head.
Well, I gave my revolver to Thingy, didn't I?
No, you did, yeah. So, how are you gonna do it?
We still have our guns.
Can
we
I
take one
kind of
ours.
go over and I'll just kind of go over to him and maybe no, probably not a good idea with this thing. Nah, I'm just gonna have to stomach it. I'm just gonna stomach it, and do you know what? It's bad, but I need the answer to my question. He's just gonna have to deal with it.
Okay. You sit in the corner quietly, contemplating your soul as the man finishes his meal, ripping out the man's eyes and tearing off his lips. It seems sated and starts to breathe heavily. He sort of looks around the room and sort of gags a raggedy breath. Mr. Lassie looks at you and goes, Isaac, the man will now speak to you.
I'm gonna ask my question. So my best friend, Bendaris Cordoba, he had an unfortunate accident, which I feel kind of guilty about and all that. But I was just wondering, does anyone else know that the unfortunate accident was actually my fault, and that I'm kind of responsible for that accident and that he died?
The zombie looks round at you and just gasps a raggedy breath and says, Your boss might. He suspects you. But he no evidence.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess. And no one else knows nothing, right? No one else knows nothing at all.
Not that we know of.
Okay, Miss Delassixe, I think I'm done here. So we can just turn this whole dream state off, so we can get the sheriff back in the car and sort all that out, and get my friends back home, and this dream can then end, right? That's right, yeah.
Oh man, that is quite the notion you have. We have to wait for these two bumbling fools to regain consciousness. They've, failed to fight off the spirit realm. They will be back in their own
That's a
time.
shame that their failure ended up with the death of the sheriff. That's really bad.
Yes, I knew him well.
If they
That's
hadn't failed, he'd
unfortunate.
probably still be alive. It's a sad story I'm gonna have to tell them.
And it's going to take another 20 minutes before Moses and Diane start to come around. You wrench and throw up your sort of contents of your stomach all over the floor, but you do gain consciousness in time. I'm going to need a group luck roll, though, because the time taken to wait for you to wake up, the zombie's going to be finishing his meal. Okay. So he is polished off most of it, and he's back on his feet, and he is stumbling around the room. Mr. Lassie is not concerned, and she sits cross-legged, not moving a muscle.
Miss Delassixe, can I just get my my personal artifact I gave over to you? It'd be really handy to have right now. And now I'm kind of all done. I just wanna grab that thing that's really meaningful to me, and just be very helpful to me to be able to have that right now.
I'm sure it would be, but I believe we've got to finish this. No one leaves this room until this is taken care of.
Moses?
Miss Cole, you would like to ask this
Can
man a
Moses
question?
talk? I don't have a question. Moses does.
Sorry. This is just a real head rush. I don't know. Okay. But buddy, are you okay? You feeling all right? Oh my God, you're looking a bit shambly. Ooh. Oh, and the sheriff. Oh my God, that's. Can I make a sanity roll for?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm indefinitely insane, I think.
Yeah, you lose another D6, I'll say, because this is all your fault.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another roll in the sand table. Oh, yes. I think you've lost all your sand almost. Okay, so just give me a roll on the table, please.
I'm just looking for the sheriff, look back to my horrifically like dead decomposed zombie friend and run to the door and just start yanking on the door going, oh god, why did I think this was a good idea? There's no way
Calm down,
I'm talking about.
Alright, Moses, how are you getting out of this room? It's locked, this room. Give me a strength roll to break the door down.
Shoot it.
You do, but the zombie is going to lunge at you as you sort of held up by the door. He hits. You can try and shoot it, but it's latched onto Moses, so that's going to do this first. 2 seconds. So it does this. This is just for the damage. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
it
wanna
does 5
shoot it.
damage to you as
Okay.
it sort of grabs onto you. Moses,
Okay,
as you
okay.
run past and break the door down, this zombie goes right tumbling after you. Diane and Isaac can act now. Let's start with Isaac.
Is there something
yeah,
I
that's fine.
can
Go on.
hit it with, like a candlestick or something heavy and big that I can just whack it with?
Yeah, there's large sort of
Yeah,
like
okay.
there's knives and stuff lying out on the table. Yeah, there's like a large candle
Well,
holders on the
that-
floor and that sort of thing as well. You can grab one of those. Oh dear, that's a fumble. You sort of swing heavily, and you can give me a D6. On a 1 to 3, you hit Delassixe. On a 4 to 6, you hit Diana. As you swing wide with this massive pole.
I'm okay.
Cole, you can take it in the
Sorry.
face. Take 4 damage as Isaac smacks you and lays you out.
So my former friend's just latched onto my arm and is ripping like flesh off my arm or something.
And we're on to Moses' turn. Moses, what do you like
I'm
to do?
gonna just grab my nightstick and just lay into him like a madman. Get away! Get away!
Yeah, he's paring you to the bone, shall we say.
Cool.
Okay.
Ah,
Now, because you have a phobia of death, it's going to be a disadvantage because you're sort of you're trying to get away from this death thing. So, sure, give me the roll. Okay, that's a hard fail, and he fails to bite you as well as you sort of struggle on the floor. And now it's going to be this lassie's turn. She's going to get up calmly and move over to the side cabinet and start to pull out some implements.
I want to ask Voodoo Queen what she's doing. You're gonna fix this? Okay, I shoot at the zombie again.
Calm, child. I'm sorting this out.
Well, I keep doing the wrong thing. Sorry.
I will. Okay, give me a roll. Fumble hits Isaac. Sorry, Moses. Okay, give me the damage. Yeah. Okay, 6 damage. That's fine. You blow a massive chunk out of its back as you sort of pull the trigger, and yep, the shot sort of staccatos off the walls. Sort of everyone sort of goes deaf for a second, and then you got a whining noise in your ear. What does Isaac do apart from try and kill everyone else?
Has she opened the box where our personal stuff was? Is this gun available?
It's in the locked drawer in the front
Okay,
desk.
so it's still there. Okay.
The door is open though. It's been broken down. You can get through there, but you have to push past the zombie.
I'll just try and hit it with this thing again.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh no.
Oh jeez. Okay, you failed to hit it one more time, and it's gonna try and hit you back. It does.
Ouch.
I keep rolling the wrong thing as well. That's for the damage. Okay, it does 5 damage to you, Isaac, and as it sort of rakes sort of down your sort of chest and leaves large gouges out of your sort of abs and pec muscles. You sort of pouring blood down onto your pant trousers. And yeah, it's now its turn. It's going to turn its focus back to Moses. It's just going to
yeah, we
whisper
used to
to
be
you.
good friends. What the fuck are you doing? Oh god!
know you. And it fails to bite down as it sort of clatters its teeth together.
Well, this is gonna hurt more. I'm gonna bring my nightstick down on its head again.
It all hurts so bad. Okay, you fail again, and the lassie continues to move her sort of ingredients together and starts to create something in the corner. And it's now Diane.
Can I help Delassixe hurry up?
Sure, you can. You can walk over and give me an intelligence roll to see what she's doing.
Okay, can I help her?
She's making an overdose of mandrake root. She's
Oh.
sort of pulping it up and she's packing it into like a sort of syringe.
Save him!
Yeah, you can give me a chemistry. Not chemistry. What's the other one? Pharmacy roll. Yep. Okay, you fuck it up, and she just goes, "What the hell are you doing, girl?" You sort of
okay.
completely just ruin everything. She goes, "I'm gonna have to start again now."
Can I shoot the zombie?
Yeah, go on. Disadvantage because you did another thing. Though. Okay, you fail, and it's off to Isaac. Isaac, do you want to run past to try and get your gun?
Yeah, do I think there's enough space that I can get around it without getting hit?
It will get a sort of attack on you, but yeah, it's not that great. It's only got 35.
Yeah, but I ain't got many hit points either. I'm feeling quite bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back. Step back a few paces and then hurl this thing at it. So I'm gonna basically start picking things up and throwing them at it.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah, give me a throw roll then. It's a space 20 if you don't have it.
Nice.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say it does the D4 damage +1 for being a large item.
5.
Yay.
Okay, 5 damage. Okay, you actually knock its jaw off as you sort of hurl this large sort of implement at it, and it sort of goes down a crumping sort of pile. Mr. Lassie looks around and goes, "That is unfortunate. You have killed it.
Well,
I was looking for a servant. That's not good at all.
what?
Now the payment's gonna be more."
Can I shoot her as soon as I hear her say that?
If my partner's doing
Yes,
this,
you
yeah,
can, of
I
course.
would also.
I'm gonna run to the cabinet to grab my gun.
Wait, should I not? I thought she was gonna try to. Okay. We're all in league with this. Since I'm close to her, do I get advantage?
Point blank.
Yeah, you get advantage. You're point blank range, yeah.
Okay.
Proceed to rock back and forth on the floor like a crazy person.
Oh, lucky you. Damage, please.
Ah! Why am I gonna press the right thing?
Yeah, describe how you kill her.
She opens her mouth and she's like, "The payment's gonna be more," and I just shove my gun in her mouth and pull the trigger.
God, what an ending.
Payment, bitch.
You paint the ceiling and the wall with her brains and bone matter of her skull, and the room goes quiet after the dead of the shot. Everyone stands stark still, and that is the end of the shopping list.
I didn't directly kill anyone.
Dollars blows her brains out.
You have been listening to RPG Nook's actual play of Recette. Watch out for the future release of Death in Service this coming Halloween, where you'll find this scenario and many more. Links to more of our work can be found in the descriptions below, and thank you for listening.